Okay, guys, we are live. So for those listening at home, welcome to the Dungeon Musings YouTube channel. My name is Kevin Madison, and I will be your friendly dungeon master this evening, or this morning, or this afternoon, wherever this finds you, whenever this finds you. Today, we are carrying on with our ongoing campaign, playing Advanced Dungeons & Dragons 2nd Edition, the rare backwards cover edition, playing through the 2013 adventure, Legacy of the Crystal Shard. Now, we are also, in this campaign, making use of a lot of material from Wizards of the Coast's recent Icewind Dale Rime of the Frost Maiden and Mega Adventure. So if you are intending on playing Icewind Dale, or you're intending on, I don't know, if you're reading it, like I say, reading it doesn't really matter. If you're intending on playing it, this session may have spoilers, so proceed with caution. If you have played Icewind Dale, if you are intending on running Icewind Dale, or if you don't give a shit about the Icewind Dale, well then welcome! Let me introduce you to the players and the stars of the Legacy of the Crystal Shard campaign. I'll go the order I've got you guys on the screen here. Why don't you tell us who you are, who you're playing, and what level are you currently. First up, we've got Andrew.
Oh, last in and first up. Hi, everyone. I'm Andrew. I'm playing Kola Hammerstone, Dwarven Priest of Clangeddon Silverbeard. Of the... Oh, wait. Yep, that's... All right, I'm not done. Of the 7th level.
7th level, nice. And next up is Mo.
Hi, I'm Morris. I'm playing Thomas Branner, who is an 8th level fighter.
Very nice. And next up is John.
Hey everyone, I am John and I'm playing Falkrel Hawkfriend. He is a half-sylvan elf, multi-class ranger cleric. He is a falconer / priest of Solinar, and yeah.
Very nice. And last but certainly not least, joining us for the first time, a new face in the Icewind Dale, and playing a character that will be revealed shortly to both not only the kind viewers at home, but also to the players, because the players do not know who he's playing. But welcome, Darren.
Thank you, and welcome to everyone else. Thanks for letting me join your game, Kevin, and all the other players.
All right, so guys, before we dive into what's happening today, what happened last time was an eventful session. We once again learned the importance of staying out of a giant's line of sight. What happened last time?
Nail-biting suspense. Sneaking in the dark, ruffling through treasure, getting half of what you wanted, and then fleeing for your life. Basically, we lost.
I'm picturing Falcon will tell this, like, as he's staring at the fire, his hands shaking.
I did take a boulder or two, so... yeah, we started the session. We had recently fled from some giants that had seized our treasure, including the artifact. What was that, the Dawn Star, or forget what it's called?
The Summer Star, I think.
Yeah. And we had to go back and get it because we think we need that to face the Ice Queen, or at least help break up her power. So we devised... to search for the giants. We mounted an expedition to find them. We did. Came back, prepped, flew out there, and then proceeded to both rangers, stripped down to their leather armor, snuck around in the camp, step by step in time with the giants snoring, and rifled through their baggage. And Falkrel found it, grabbed it, passed it along, and then went back for another. Almost had the halberd, grabbed a broom instead, knocked the entire pile over, and then we ran. Mm-hmm. And it was chaos.
Yeah, that was a heck of an escape, and let's see if I have the...
I have not rolled that consistently low, which is a good thing in 2nd edition in a very long time.
If it wasn't for going back for the halberd, like, they would have been completely unaware. So there's our Frost Giant illustration, and you guys faced like 6 of them in the camp as well too, so that was no small feat. Mo or Andrew, anything to add to John's summary?
I think that was the main thing, was recovering the key things we'd lost.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
everything's pooched if not for that.
Mm-hmm. All right, so then we will pick up with you guys on the wing. Our scene opens with you flying through the darkness. I think we rolled weather already last time, and I believe it was light snow, so it's not like we're losing track of your your griffins in the weather, and because you were only like within it a few miles of Sky Tower Shelter, you'll be able to return tonight. I'm trying to find Sky Tower Shelter here. Where are you? Where are you? Where are you? There you go, 161. All right, because we have someone who's not heard block text for Sky Tower Shelter. So as we see these this trio of griffins, winging in through the mountains down towards the peaks, what you'd see, Darren, is that this community is basically set into the side of the peak of one of several mountains around the northern edge of the Spine of the World Mountains. If you were looking at this from below or from above, you probably wouldn't notice that there was anything different. You would find it to be indistinguishable from any of the other mountain peaks that stretch out for as far as the eye can see, at least until the swirling snows kind of swallow up your view of the horizon. And but when you get down lower, you can see that there is a little platform where the each of the griffins can land, and there is an area of let me grab your token here. There is an area of other griffins, effectively like a stable for flying creatures. And let me bring us over here. Sky Tower Shelter. All right. So, though we can move the griffins back into their roost over here. Violet. All right, and I'll move Grim and Lex over there as well too. Man, Lex got 90 hit points right now.
Yeah, he leveled up.
Yeah. Well, I think his con is his highest stat too.
Mm-hmm.
So let me move you guys over here. This is one of those maps from the pre-made module, and for whatever reason they scaled it so small that if you have names on anything, it just makes the tokens almost completely invisible. I don't know why they made that decision, but you do. All right, so you guys land, and what are you planning on doing next?
Well, I'm quite wounded. Let's see, I think we burned through all of our healing spells, though.
Darren, remind me, do you have night vision or dark vision? I can't remember.
Mentioned. No, it wasn't mentioned.
No mention. Okay.
No.
Cola does have. He was going to heal me, but I told him to wait till we got off the.
Yeah, I've got healing left here.
Much appreciated.
Yeah. So you're at 24 out of 65? Oof.
Yeah.
So you guys are staggering from the area. It doesn't smell great in the area, into the main area.
Not so bad.
And as you can see that there is, excuse me, Chief Rockfist is in here. Once again, Arn Rockfist, as well as Kaniaka, the elderly shaman or wise woman of the clan. But there is something that, as you guys walk in, that definitely catches your eye. And that is that standing among the tall Goliaths, there is one even taller figure in there. That is a towering gnoll.
Gnoll? The only gnolls we've had interactions with are vampiric ones.
Now,
you know what? I think out of reaction, I would immediately cast Silverbeard on myself.
okay.
Out of the guard is up.
Thomas or Falcarl, anything you guys are doing instinctively?
just staring.
okay,
'Cause,
so-
we're supposed to be in a safe spot, so
Yeah. So, Darren, why don't you tell us what they see standing before them?
So yeah, he is tall. He's over 7 foot tall. He's quite broad. He's quite a big guy, big knoll. He does wear very scrappy, rough clothing. He doesn't seem to have any armor on at all, and very lightly armed. Just seems to have a sword, a short sword, and a dagger by the looks of it. But overly scruffy, and even from this distance, you can probably smell him.
He does not seem to be like of the various gnolls that you guys have faced. He does not. He's not as fearsome in appearance, as not heavily armed. He's not wielding a giant weapon. You know, it doesn't seem to be wielding any kind of magical implements.
Yeah. And even though he is quite tall, he tends to sort of crouch over a bit to hide that, so he's not so intimidating. So he's crouched over a bit, quite often seen like that.
Okay, so that means he's probably about the same. Like with him hunched over, he's about the same height as the Goliath. You almost might get the impression that he's concealing himself amongst them. But when you, Cole, you get your Silverbeard up, the Kaniaka puts her hand up and she says, "No, this one has come. This one has come requesting aid." So as you guys kind of sort of study the crowd, I think it speaks to the authority that she has in the tribe, because the look on many of the Goliath's faces suggests, including Arn Rocksmith, or Rockfest, the chief, they don't seem super keen on her decision to keep him here. What do you guys say or do?
Well, Falco's first instinct is to say, so aside from us, you're picking up more strays.
Kaniaka gets a bit of a smile on her face and she says, "Indeed, and this is a stray in need of assistance. This is Trin." And what was your surname? Trin?
Stainpaw.
This is Trin Stainpaw.
Falco,
Every other of their kind, you know that we've had run-ins with their kind before.
Indeed. The life in the Dale requires many harsh decisions being made to survive. As you know, Kola Hammerstone, this place is not for the weak and requires much of you. Trin has come from our brethren at Wyrmdoom Crag. Trim? He says, she gestures, and you can see that they, the same welcoming thing that you guys had before, the sort of, that led to the Circle of Boasts, that's sort of set up in here. And you can see that Trin already has a, even in spite of his effort to try and kind of hunch himself over, the cup he's got, the Goliath cup, still looks a little small in his paws or hands. Trin, do you have anything to say?
So he's going to sort of fairly awkwardly hunched over. He's going to sort of shuffle forward. He looks super nervous and anxious, and he heads towards the three, what he classes as heroes, and he says, "I seek audience with the leader." And he's talking to the group.
The store isn't here, but Kola?
I mean, I'm not a leader. Don't look at me for answers.
Well, we can make a group decision.
Yeah.
And, what can we do for you, Tren?
And again, he's sort of he's almost shielding himself because he just looks really nervous and anxious. And when he's nervous, he sniffs at the air quite a lot and looks round sort of nervously. my tribes, they are being tormented. I believe you heroes, you saved, you killed the technically.
Tekeli.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What he said. You must help us. Enemies of us, enemies of our enemy must be our friends. We must help each other.
So the I'm trying to find my. I'm sure I've done a dumbass thing and renamed it again. Where is Tekeli Lee? Where are you, bud?
Was the undead vampire thing, right?
Yeah,
Well,
Tekeli
yeah,
Lee is the vampiric gnoll that you guys faced. Though the extra gnolls, or the other vampires that you faced afterwards, a few days before you found Sky Tower Shelter, that seemed to be something new. Is it here? So what you learn? What is Stainpaw your? Do you think the name of your pack? Or
No, his tribe's Longtooth.
Longtooth. Okay, so the Longtooth tribe is one of, like, you may remember that the various things that were hidden outside of, or encamped outside of the Caves of Hunger. They seem to be a unified kind of pack. What you find from Trin is that the gnolls have actually broken up. They were. It's kind of like a Genghis Khan situation where under one vampiric gnoll, it brought all of them together. But as soon as that guiding hand was gone, they all sort of started spreading their own way. And unfortunately, it seems as if there were. Here he is, because it's such a good illustration. So that's that is what's preying on your people, Trin. They started, the Longtooth started making their way off, and what seems to be the case is that at least one of these of Tekeli Lee's offspring survived, and it seems to be, or to have proliferated. So there are, instead of one that is hunting out in the, or lurking in the Caves of Hunger, there is a small pack of these things that are slowly feeding on and bedeviling the other tribes. So the prospect of, I think, none of you guys have Undead Slayer as your kit, right?
Oh, I just got a favorite enemy for undead.
Oh yeah, okay. So give us well, I mean, I think you would building on what you had rolled before about your vampires, you would know that it can spread. Mm-hmm. So unlike the fear of spreading lycanthropy, like if lycanthropy is spread, that's bad, particularly in a built up area, but they're mortal beings. They can starve. They can be subject to the elements or whatnot. Tekeli Lee, from what you gathered before, was at least 1,000 years old. And if this vampirism spreads across, Tom, I think you have a dread recollection or a reminder of what happened to you when Tekeli Lee's feral spirit seized control of your mind, right?
Yeah, so he's attacking your tribe then, or your clan.
Well, he is not. He's dead. You guys killed him. But his offspring.
It's all the offspring or the minions that have led from him.
And in the film version of our campaign, we would see the screeching of a white snowy owl come down and then suddenly transform into a vicious vampiric gnoll, taking down one of Trin's pack mates.
Oof.
Now, there is a complicating factor here. Trin's not here at the pack's request.
Oh, why? You are acting against your tribe?
The tribe do not want to deal with you people. But it's necessary. I cannot not go back.
Us specifically, or the Goliaths, or just anyone outside the tribe?
Kaniaka will answer before you have a chance and just say that this threat is beyond us, but its shadow will fall upon our homes soon. So let's just quickly go to the map again to situate where we are here. So you guys are obviously at, and I can put Trin's token on here now too. Give me a sec here, guys. Yep. There we go. And boom, there we are. Now, you guys are currently here in Sky Tower Shelter. Wormdoom Crag is down over here, and you remember that the awful weather that you guys got making your way through this pass? Wait, am I on the right layer here? I'm not. Hold on. Here we go. So this is where you guys are now, Sky Tower Shelter. It is making the way through the gap here in this direction. That's where the Longtooth tribe was set upon, or beginning to get attacked by the Tekeli-Li, the vampiric gnolls. And that carried on, as they were trying to make their way through. And the weather, as has been the case in the Dale since the start of winter, the early start of winter, the brutal weather has made the traveling of the pack very difficult. But it seems that the vampires do not suffer those same restrictions. When you can transform yourself into a swirl of, snow or an owl. It's very easy to get your way around. Knowing that there was Wormdoom Crag is not like Sky Tower Shelter, where Sky Tower Shelter is way up in a mountain peak. Wormdoom Crag is actually near the base of the mountains here, meaning that it's easier to access. And Trin somehow managed to not only sneak off from his camp and avoid any of the vampires that were bedeviling his tribe, made it to Wormdoom Crag and convinced them that he needed help. And he's been flown here from by one of the members of Kaniaka's clan to try and get help from you guys.
How'd the Griffins respond to that?
If they allow a dwarf on them.
Well, point taken.
Yeah. Trin, as much as he is they are, if he stood at his full height and whatnot, he'd be taller than the Goliaths. He's kind of rangy and not solid the way they are. So if the Griffins can keep the weight of a Goliath on their backs, carrying a Griffin or carrying a Gnoll in addition to that is not really that much of a burden for them. So Kaniak says, "We did not wish to speak for you. We wished only to present you with this request." Trin does not speak for his tribe, but he acts for them.
Well, this threat threatens our home away from home. We must act in its defense. What say you, Cola and Tom?
I'd say we start where we finished. We took out the Tekeli-Li once, and we thought it was done, but apparently we're not done.
Well, the one thing that might work in our favor is Tekeli-Li was he was old. These are new. They might not be as clever.
You did face some, not like character-wise, within the last week before you guys got here. You guys had faced some as well, right? How did they compare to Kelly Lee?
Technically, I was not there. So, that'll be your answer.
Well, they
true.
didn't have the mind control aspect.
Yeah, sure they did. Didn't they?
Oh.
They had you.
Yeah, I think
Tom.
one of them did. Someone else got ensorcelled.
Oh, right. Oh, okay. I must have forgotten that.
It was mind controlled. This is how good at role playing Mo is. To see genuinely role playing his characters.
My friends.
Mind wiping.
Tom is our method actor.
I've always said that Mo is the Daniel Day-Lewis of our group, so there you go. Mo, what do you guys think?
Yeah, I think we do need to sort them out because they were allied with the Ice Queen.
Yeah, I think.
Do,
Yeah, I
do we
don't
think
know
they're
what-
actually based in the old city? Because we were going to try and investigate.
Falcro, why don't you give us an intelligence check, please?
Okay. Gonna get your 12.
Yeah, let's see here.
Ooh, close.
Ooh, okay. So what you would know is, if these function like any other kind of similar, spirit of hunger, or undead spirit of hunger, then they're going to have a lair. They'd have to have a place that they would retreat to in either the daylight or in the when injured. You may recall to Kelly Lee, you had that there was that sepulcher in the middle of the ice that store burned down to make his spirit flee from this plane. Maybe they're back in the Caves of Hunger. Maybe there's something else.
Kevin, would I have any knowledge or idea of the sort of direction or area that
Yeah,
they're mainly coming from?
let's why don't you give us an intelligence check? So you're just going to roll D20. You want to roll your intelligence score or less.
Okay, I'll just roll it. I've got an intelligence of 13. I
No
believe.
problem. So I think that whether it's because of them traveling or because they just were setting the certain time, they seem to be attacking obviously at night, but also progressively later at night. So the further you got away from the Caves of Hunger, the later at night they would come, but they did seem to come every night.
Okay.
Now, with those traveling over land would not maybe recognize the short distances or relatively short distance, but you definitely have seen these things transform into, bloody swirls like a dust devil, but with snow, like a sort of swirling mass of snow, or they can transform into snowy owls. What that means is that, that's a mirror. They can fly. A griffin, for instance, can cover a radius of 30 miles. So whether they're just continuing to fly out over here and continue to prey on you, that may be the case. But there's lots of nooks, and I think, Trin, you grew up in the Dale, so you know these wild places quite well. There's tons of caves and whatnot that might be out there.
Yep. Okay.
So, what are you thinking, guys? How do you approach this then?
Do we want to make a sort of a assault on the Caves of Hunger and try and hit them at the source?
Caves of Hunger is where we were planning on going to.
Anyway, yeah.
Yeah.
However, Typhoon and some of the other griffins will need healing as
Yeah.
well.
Do you think it's an option of getting there during the day and doing some observation and sort of doing a recce almost, and trying to identify numbers and whether that is the right place?
Trin, there to your pack's experience, there's at least 4 of the vampires.
Okay.
And the trouble is that with every, they may just kill certain ones, but also there are some that are risen. And you guys know this because one of those 4 was someone from your tribe who was added to their number.
Okay. So it's a growing problem all the time.
Well, and it also, I think, it was your, like the, in rules is written AD&D, they to explain why, like, you know, monsters don't have the same capabilities of player characters, they set it so they can't gain levels as like priests or whatever else. I don't use that for these games. But one of the ones that was taken out is effectively the, like, your tribe's priest. So your tribe's, they were not stupid in the sense that the one member of your tribe that would have had a chance of at least holding them at bay with the power of the divine killed, and now a predator chasing the rest of your pack. And I think, Falcro, with your role from before, that means they may still be able to tap into divine power. So you may be, one of the numbers may be a vampiric Gnoll priest, although a fell priest at this point.
So if we see him, he has to go down immediately.
Mm-hmm.
Now, Trin's pack, they obviously are not going to be thrilled with him having sought out this assistance, but the Gnolls you have faced thus far have been in what becomes evident after you talk to him is that, like, they are a practical race. They have a very violent society for sure, but they're not going to attack and kill automatically without reason. So if you want to try and work with his pack, you can try that. But does anyone not have charisma as a dump stat?
Fuckroll is decent charisma as a ranger. It's a 15.
Okay.
Now that all my scars are gone, it's not a problem.
Okay. Yeah. What about Trin?
Yeah, he's got charisma 13.
Okay. So yeah, not awful. So that's what that means is that mechanically we could. Well, I would be rolling for a reaction for these things as opposed to automatically it being a violent encounter. So, what do you guys think? I mean, the first thing is Falcro is pretty beaten up right now, although it looks like you were restored a little bit through magic.
Yeah, we're tapped out of healing spells until we rest, of course, so.
My healing spells don't seem to be cooperating with us today. A whole lot of natural ones.
So what do you guys think?
Well, we definitely need this night to rest and recuperate, and then use the day ahead of us to scout and find out what we can.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's a good idea.
Okay. What are you hoping to find during the day?
Well, I mean, with our ability to, weather permitting, we could get to the Caves of Hunger in just under an hour and spend an hour or so scouting it out, and then maybe make our way towards where the camp is supposed to be for the other half of our day.
What Trin can tell you is there are no tracks, no marks, no indication of where the attackers come from. They come in, prey on the life force of the living and the blood in some cases, and disappear.
It's pretty good predation. I respect that.
Multi-classing into vampire next level, or what?
No, I just, undead hunter,
So, unless there's anything else you guys wish to discuss, Trin, is there anything else that you want to share with the other heroes here, or?
I don't think he's really got a lot else he can give them information-wise. He's just he's sort of just waiting, anticipating, and hoping that they're going to agree to help him, and he's thankful if they do, obviously. So he's just holding his breath almost.
Oh, we will assist, but we're just discussing how.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah, and he agrees to help us as much as he can. We'll see.
Okay. So then, unless there's anything else you guys are doing or you wish to do, this is getting close to daybreak, so you guys can take your rest now. There are people in in addition to Kaniaka, there are people who have both healing and herbalism, so you guys will recover 3 hit points overnight. And otherwise, nothing else occurs. There are, because of the experience with Tekelili last time and with Tom's, domination, there are extra guards that are posted to keep an eye out for any sign of these things. There are wards put up by Kaniaka before she goes to sleep. But you guys have an undisturbed slumber in the comfortable confines of Sky Tower Shelter. Your griffins also recover 3 hit points overnight too. So then, with the coming of dawn, how much time do you guys need to prepare your spells? Or the coming of awakening, I guess.
Need an hour and a half.
Okay. And I guess that's one thing you guys might want to consider is do you have any magical resources you can draw on to assist with this? One thing you obviously would all know is that these things cannot be affected by non-magical weaponry. And Trin's kind of sad-looking short sword is very unlikely to be terribly effective against this.
Definitely.
It's an understatement.
Prepping some protection from evil in case Tom gets charmed again, and perhaps a spiritual hammer or two.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, the spiritual weapon comes in handy. I think. Do I have?
Let's see.
Is it the silvered weapons work?
See. I think it works on some undead. I'm just going to see if you remember here, Falcaro.
Got a few silvered weapons I could probably pass off.
I've got a spare silvered longsword.
I mean, between my halberd, my spiritual hammer, and I can turn my staff into a magic weapon.
I don't think that silver actually works against vampires, but anything that is blessed or consecrated with holy power, that is effective in addition to magical weapons. Do you guys have any disposable or consumables that grant magical bonuses? I can't remember if you had any oils or whetstones or anything like that. What's in the party loot? Let's see here.
I think that's been updated for a bit, so.
What do you got? Yeah, there's a lot of crossed out stuff here.
Yeah.
You got some wine.
The consumables I have are either to cure poison or to like breathe cold, and I don't think that's going to help with a vampire.
Okay, so where's my? I'm gonna grab one book here. Will's gonna be feeling a chill up his spine. All right, so I believe the Goliath may be able to supply something here. Let's see.
Priest of Solanor, my magic is mostly travel and plant based, so.
Could Cola consecrate some holy water?
Possibly. I don't know that that's been effective.
Should act like acid against him.
So here's what, Trin, you are the Goliaths. Kaniaka is going to give us a roll of 1d3, please. Let's see how many they have on hand. 1.
A 1.
Okay. So you have 1 oil of sharpness. And what this does is when you apply it to your weapon, it will grant +2 magical damage for 1 turn, so for 10 minutes.
Okay.
So you set something, and that takes your action to apply it once you, if you're doing it in combat. Anything else, guys, that you wish to do?
I have to. Do they have any healing spells they could spare for us, or shall I dip into mine?
I think Kaniaka can restore a little bit more. Why don't you give us a 2d8 roll? There you go, 13.
Nice, thank you, Kenyaka.
Okay.
That is
Can't do
great.
anything about my dex drain.
Oh no.
Sorry?
We're ways off before being able to do any of that.
Okay, do anything.
Yeah, ability drain is the scourge of AD&D.
I mentioned I got up like an hour and a half before the session too, so I was working on a different campaign. I swear to God, Mo, I thought you said sex drain. Can you do anything about my sex drain?
Well, you're on your own for that one. This is the
Is there a
wrong
blue
role playing
pill?
for that.
All right.
Yeah, but I hear you because Cola's constitution is 8 right now.
I think you need it more than I do.
I think constitution drain is probably a bigger problem than a dex drain, but there aren't enough charges on the ring by a long shot for us to be able to do
You will
restoration.
gain 1 more charge back because of the greeting with Trin as well.
Yeah, that's great. One that we're halfway there. No, not even. Yeah, no, we are halfway there because restoration will do it.
Okay.
But we only have 5 charges, so
Okay.
we'll have to find another way.
All right. So then, what do you guys wish to do with your morning or your afternoon, I suppose? Any special preparations you want to make apart from prepping your spells? Go ahead, Mo.
I was going to say, do we want to make sure we've got our food and fire stuff stocked up because we've lost quite a bit of stuff?
They had
check that.
resupplied you before you went in search of the frost giants.
All right, okay.
Aside from that, I can create food and water, which I usually leave a spell slotted for that, so me and Cola both.
Right. No, assuming the weather's not totally awful, I think we need to get going and do a bit of scouting.
Then, let's welcome Darren to the campaign the way we do all new players. Darren, why don't you give us 3 percentile rolls, please? Let's see what the weather's going to be like today. Oh, so no precipitation. The wind is really not that bad, and it is a bit overcast. So really, it's not... it is a rare snow-free day. Now, the expectation is not going to be that you will be strapping Trin to one of your griffins. With Falkrill's heavy armor, Tom's heavy armor, and Cola's heavy armor, that's enough to make it challenging for the griffins to add another one on. So, Trin, you will be also supplied a griffin. The question is, what is the griffin's name?
Okay. I'll have a look at him. I'll see if there's any discerning features on him. I don't know. Looking at him. I'm not even sure I've ever come across a griffin. So
Let's see how big it is. Why don't you give us a 7d8 roll, please. See how many hit points this one has.
78.
Ooh,
It's a scrawny one.
scrawny. So they're offering you help, but it's the sickly. It may be like a kind of like, you know, the senior dog at the kennel that no one wants to adopt.
As scruffy as you are.
Yeah, it seems fitting. I gotta be honest. Yeah, I'd have probably picked that one if I had a choice.
So, and it really, whatever its name is, you can call it whatever you want. For a while, Cola was calling his Bastard because he didn't like the idea of flying. What do you think Trin's name for this is?
I'm just going to call it Little One for now.
Okay.
Compared to all the others, it looks scrawny and small.
All right. There we go. So you have that, and you have control over the token. So, Trin will be outfitted with a flying mount as well, which means that it is just a decision. So make your token a little smaller there. Perfect. Anything else you guys wish to do before you head out?
I don't think so. I had wanted to see if we could have a celebration, but we took care of that, so we got a charge.
Okay.
I was going to say, does it have the barding?
The little one? No. You guys had requested that to be custom made.
I'll try and get a few pointers on, what to say to it to sort of make it turn left and right.
The Goliaths tell you that it will largely. This is and maybe the reason they gave you a senior one is because you've got a bit of a different. You've got a different body type than what the Griffins have, which means that its response to you being on it is going to be different. Your center of gravity is probably a little higher than what a Goliath is. So with you on its back, they've given you this old, experienced one that was, not because they thought that, let's give them the shitty one, but because this Knoll is going to be different size to what everyone else is, and also has no clue what he's doing. So let's give him one that's not going to, dump him off and kill him immediately.
Okay.
So the nice. Okay. What the Goliaths tell you is that basically that little one, as you're calling him, he will know more about this than you. Trust in him, and he will keep you alive, at least in the air.
Okay.
So, Typhoon is still down by 2. Stormwing is still down by 7 hit points. Does anyone want to heal them before you guys set out?
Let's see. I have a Cure Light I could hit the most wounded one with.
Okay. That'd be Stormwing. That'd be Cola's mount.
There's 5.
Nice. So Cola, Stormwing heals for another 5.
Cool. Just trying to see if there's any other. I think I've got the best spells that I can really. Yeah.
Got your spell selected? Okay.
Yeah, I've got a Remove Fear. I prepped a Spiritual Hammer, 2 Protected from Evils. How does Trin deal with the cold? Is he fairly naturally outfitted for it? Or is he...
I mean, they have to. Gnolls wear clothing, but he's also a tundra gnoll, so to a degree, he's going to be able to weather the climate better. They're closer to what the Ragged tribes are able to do.
Cool. Got 2 Cure Lights. I swapped out one of my Cure Lights for an additional protection from evil. I've still got my three Cure Mods, 2 Spiritual Weapons, a Rock Burst. Oh, we don't need Locate Object anymore, do we?
No.
Okay, so I've got some 3rd level I can play around with yet. I've got 2 Castings of Prayer.
That's good. I skipped over that. I got 3 Cure Mods. I usually create campsite because we might need one. It saves time and effort. I got a Dispel Magic, which I popped in just in case we need it, and then a Cure Serious.
Okay.
And the problem is I'm also just pulling from the PHP in the Tome of Magic. I don't I don't have it in me to go searching through the Encyclopedia Magica. Not to choose spells. That's a post game thing activity.
So, has Kola got his spell selected then, or are you still?
I'm just determining what to replace with one of my 3rd level spells because I don't need locate object.
Okay.
Well, Dispel Magic is 3rd level. Do you have access to that sphere? I think it's No, it's all. You have access to it.
Dispel Magic is protection.
It's listed under all for mine. Maybe it got switched in the Priest Compendium?
Protection.
In
Yes,
the
protection.
PHP, it's protection.
Yeah.
Dispel Magic?
Yep. The PHP, it's protection.
Okay.
And Dispel Magic probably won't. That won't do it. Because I don't know.
Do what?
It wouldn't reverse the effects of their mind control.
It could, yeah.
Well, I'm considering Fell Priest Vampire. He might do something we don't like.
That's also fair. I mean, there are other uses. There are plenty of uses for Dispel Magic.
Yeah. In the
I'll take one of those as well.
in the Pre-Spell Compendium, Dispel Magic's under all spheres.
So it
it's-
shouldn't be, because if it's under all, why would it be under anything else?
That's a good question.
It could have been a typo misprint.
Yeah, I
You've
think
got
it's-
a collector's item.
Well, it probably is listed as a. Dispel.
Let's see.
Yeah, it's listed as all instead of protection.
Yeah, maybe. I mean, I have access to both spheres, so it's fine, but I don't
Okay.
know if Cola does.
So, anything else you guys wish to do before we set out?
Nope, unless they have magic arrows.
Okay, they do not.
I'm an archer. I require them.
Do better.
Do better.
All right, so then you guys all mount up, and what is as each of you sort of the griffins, fly out from the eyrie and then take to the wing. Trin, you would probably be, if not the last, probably the second to last to go out. What is going through Trin's mind as the little one races to the edge and then leaps out? This will be the second time you've flown on a griffin ever.
He's holding on for dear life, to be honest.
Okay.
He likes being on the ground. He likes being hidden away from anyone. He don't like being up in the air where everyone can see him, and he don't like being all that high up in the sky. So he's just like grip round the neck of this thing.
Love it. Now, does anyone have direction sense as a proficiency?
I believe I have.
No.
Yeah.
Okay, nice. So give us a go ahead and give us a direction sense roll, please. Nice. Okay, so you got. We're figuring out. You guys were intending on going to the Caves of Hunger, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so we're just figuring out if you're going to get lost on the way. So,
I imagine Falcrow's going to be the one following behind Trin, like shouting words of encouragement over the air, because Falcrow loves flying. I mean, he's a falconer. He always wants to be in the air with his birds. So,
Better you
great.
than me.
all right. What am I looking for here?
Getting lost.
Getting lost.
At least the weather's good. We shouldn't get lost that easy.
Yeah, the weather definitely is in your favor because you can actually see stuff. I'm having such a hard time finding this. My goodness. Here we go.
Hey Trin, do you know where there's a silver dragon?
Why are these
Silver
people who
dragon?
think we just hang out with dragons? My goodness.
No, we just got this magic item that we want to get grafted onto Cola's back. That would be really cool.
All right, so let's see here. So this is mountainous area, but you have a navigator with your group now because of Trin's knowledge of where he and his pack have been camped at the Caves of Hunger for quite some time. Brings down a 20. You have a landmark. Brings down to 15. And because of the direction sense, I'll give you another 15. So basically, there's a 5% chance of you getting lost. Who wants to roll the chance of getting lost?
Navigator's problem.
Okay. Tara, would you kindly give us a percentile roll? Do not roll lower than 5. Or lower than 6.
Jesus.
All right. So then, here's what happens. You guys set out at about maybe about noon, a little past noon, because you got back last night late, so you had to get yourself prepped and then prep spells. It is a matter of about half an hour. You're getting close to around there to where you're going to be arcing in and keeping an eye. Trin, the difficulty I think you're having to reflect that roll is like this is just a vantage that you're never at. You know how to get around this area, but like on the ground, not 150 feet in the air.
Yep.
What you can see down below you, though, after about 45 minutes of travel, you guys can see a pack of what looks to be maybe 5 or 6 kind of figures hunched over with a bunch of robes over them. And it's difficult to judge from here the height, but so it's not clear if these are Goliaths or humans or gnolls or whatever. But what is clear is when they look up, there is no face in them, and there is instead light. You are far too far away for it to ever affect you, but it appears that there are more cold light walkers lurking in the region. Unless you guys intend on engaging with them, though, you're able to safely fly over them and come down towards the Caves of Hunger. Now, we have...
Those things are intelligent, are they not?
It depends.
Yeah.
We've encountered cold light walkers in 2 different forms. There's the cold light walkers that are just kind of mindlessly meandering around in the wilderness out here. And to be clear, both of them are equally scary. But there's the groups that just kind of wander around, and they're just your lost souls. But then there's the ones that we don't know if they are manifested by her or just controlled by her. But there's the group that in some way is controlled by the White Witch, Auril, and those ones tend to be they will show up at super inconvenient times and target us, and we've already kind of established this is more for Darren's kind of background too, that that kind of cold light walker has attacked us generally each time we have kind of come close to directly interfering with Auril's plans.
Gotcha.
So to be clear, that's I think that's only 2, maybe 3 times that we've encountered those more like intelligent,
directed
cold
and
light walkers.
Both times. So it was when the summer star flared, when you used that black ice medallion from that berserker, from the black ice berserker, when her things manifest. Both times you guys were just hit by swarms of different kinds of undead.
Gotcha. Well, Valkyro, he's gonna kind of make a note of how far they were away from the caves when we land, and see about getting us out before they could conceivably catch up to us.
Okay. So Trin, as you are flying into the kind of not box canyon, but like a little the pinched valley that leads into where the Caves of Hunger are, you can see the remnants of the Gnollish encampment that you and your tribe have called home for a few years. How old is Trin?
Is the mighty age of 9.
Okay, so this is your entire life you've known outside of the Caves of Hunger, and it is completely abandoned right now. One of the things that gnolls are particularly good at is grabbing everything of value. So there's really not very much left behind that would be worth anything. But the absence of all of the different tents and, you know, yurts and all those other things that were so, you know, important in your formative years, all of it is now gone. What you do see as you are going down to land is almost like a looming presence at the far end. There's the entrance to the Caves of Hunger.
Well, if the others haven't seen it, I'll point it out in the distance that, you know, there's the entrance.
Yeah. Kola, Falcarol, and Tom, each you obviously have are familiar with that entrance, but what I think you lost at least one of your allies in there. Didn't one of the Goliaths die in there?
Yeah. Kola will pause and I guess kind of not reiterate, say a prayer to the fallen as a, you know, kind of a solemn moment of reminder.
So one advantage of, this valley leading up to the Caves of Hunger, one of the reasons why the gnolls were able to keep a camp here is in part because it is a bit of a protected area. There's some windbreaks that are around here, and it is a relatively safe place. You also have the advantage of having really nice weather today as well too. It's still cold, but it's not the blinding snow that sometimes will come from here. With you landing at the entrance, let me get the map for the Caves of Hunger here. That's Wormdoom Crag. We don't need that. Oh, this is what we need. Okay. Oh yeah, Usko Pinestalker. She died in the caves. I think many of those others died in what do you call it? The fight with Auril afterwards. Okay, so let's put Grim in Jamslayer. Lex isn't here.
It'd be nice when we get rid of Elro and just have to deal with occasional Dwargar and Drow raids.
Okay, Jellicoe is dead. Ostin's not with you. Okay.
Oh, I miss Ostin.
Me too.
Mm-hmm. Ostin is the NPC Weirbear that the guys were adventuring with for a while.
Yeah, we met him right over here.
I see that being useful.
Yeah. Okay, there we go.
It was like so long ago.
Let me bring you guys over to the entrance to the Caves of Hunger. Here we are. So, and I'll shift click to get you guys up here. So this is what you see beyond that shadowed entrance is that same narrow corridor leading down inside. And I think we need to switch out our musical cues here. The wind can die down.
Where's Kola?
Get that. Here we go. That's what I want. Here we go.
Grim's dog is way over on the left.
Yeah. All right. So.
I don't see Kola on the map. Is he there?
Falcarol.
I see a black.
Yeah, sorry. Give me a sec here.
I am in a void.
No! Who killed Kola? Come on.
What actually happened was I got curious and used that mud ring and I've been transported to another plane.
Yeah. Okay, so what do you, I guess first question is, what do you wish to do with your griffins? The entrance here is narrow enough that it would require them to be squeezing through there.
I'd rather not have them come down and can't fly away from things. So, can,
Cola?
leave them near the entrance. Tell them to wait for our return
Okay.
as best we
I
can.
think that would make sense.
All right. They all seem to obey. Now, there are no lights in the Caves of Hunger, you may recall, apart from those baleful, unnatural lights that appear within the ice. You may remember that there are visions that appear in there as well.
I tend to use a two-handed weapon, so Trim, what methods of fighting do you go by? Two weapons, one weapon?
As little as possible.
Would you mind being the torchbearer?
Yeah, pull out a torch and light it up.
So, what I think we envision, Tom's pretty good with his weapon. Tom, you use a two-handed weapon, right? Or sword and shield?
Tom uses a long sword, no shield.
Gotcha.
Tom, he only uses a buckler.
Okay. So I'm thinking if Tom wants to take point, I can be right behind him with my reach weapon. And Cola can blast things from the rear with a spiritual hand if needed.
Yeah, I'll probably stay behind in the second kind of rank or second row or whatever, because I do have some range.
Okay. So here, torch is 15-foot radius. Let me just get that set up for Trin. Okay, and there we go. Because you have a torch among you, I'm turning off everyone's night vision.
Sweet.
I don't think he's got night vision. There we go. Okay. Is anyone else giving off light here? What are you guys doing? Oh no, it's the light behind you, that's why. This is in the daylight. So, Trin, why don't you position yourself where you'd like to be when you're going in. Dynamic lighting is active, so it should cast the light for you properly.
So who was at the front, sorry?
And Guy,
Is it? Yeah. Okay, well, I'll just be literally standing right behind Tom, so
Okay.
he can see as best as possible.
Okay.
So I'll follow his lead.
I'll bring up the rear, I guess.
Okay.
right, so I've not got the mask on at the moment, but I'll just activate it when, if there's a need, because it's got a limited amount of
Okay.
time.
You also know, I mean, you would know that as Trin is holding up this burning torch, it's going to ruin any dark vision that you would have anyway.
Well, I'm a human, so
Kev, do you have the torch set to 15 feet of just light, or does it have like 15 feet of dim after that?
No, there's dim light. I'm giving you 8 of bright and 7 of dim.
Oh, I'm not seeing that. My vision is like 15 feet around Trin.
15 feet out is all you're going to get from a torch in AD&D.
There's no dim light that goes after that?
No.
Okay. That's bad.
Yep.
yeah, because I think actually
intense.
lights are in store at the Dwarven Valley.
Like if you
have some
had a lantern that you could offer him, a light spell is 20 feet. A bullseye lantern is 60, but a torch is only 15 feet.
I had a bullseye lantern. And then we got robbed by giant. Oh wait, we got Cola's backpack back, didn't we?
Yep, everything in Cola's backpack we got back.
Do you want to give Trin
Kind
your...
of wishing I had taken a screenshot of the backpack before I lost all my stuff. because I just actually deleted it from the character sheet.
No, never do that.
Yeah, that was a rookie mistake. I'll put the lantern bullseye back because I know I had that at least.
Okay. So
I think I had like 3 wax candles. Great.
then you're using some oil. Let me adjust this then. There you go.
That's much better.
So the lantern is Trin offering a much better view of what's going in. Give me a sec here.
Never seen a lantern before. He's quite amazed by that.
Okay. So this slopes down into it, and this is it seems like this is built into the side of a glacier as opposed to in the side of a mountain. So as you make your way into the Caves of Hunger, this is not entering the rock, this is entering into sheer ice. So there are patches where there will be it will be very slippery, and I should have gotten my... I knew you guys were going to the Caves of Hunger. I should have grabbed my Beetle and Grimm maps again, because I have a nice big map of the Caves of Hunger set out instead of flipping back and forth. Okay, so guys, go ahead and move. I will tell you when you to stop. Now, so we do differently, or movement differently in this too, Darren. Oh, let's see here. What is your character's move? Noel has the same move as humans, doesn't it? Movement at 12?
He's got 12, yeah.
Yeah, okay, so 12, so that means, I believe it's 6 squares per round. It's 30 feet.
I'm going to move up to that entrance area and then have a quick look around before going inside.
Sure. So what you see in here again is this first chamber there, where there's the cobwebs that are down. This is a 30-foot high cavern, and in its center there are the remains of a wooden ship hull that rests on the floor. I think last time you were through here, Grimm had suggested that was some kind of Netherese sky transport. What do you guys wish to do next? And Trin, this place has always been sort of not sacred, but like forbidden to you. You've never been in here before, too, but it's a place that would be all the tribes knew that Tekeli Lee was in. So this is almost like getting a peek behind the throne, as it were. And I guess, Trin, if he's of the thieving kind of, and he's not inclined to listen to his betters, as it were, too. Is this something that's been a source of curiosity for him, or?
Oh, definitely, yeah. I mean, it'll be, as he's walking along, he'll be constantly sort of peering behind Tom at the front and trying to get a look. But using him as a shield still, because he's super cautious as well.
Right, when I get to that entrance, I'm going to spend 30 seconds just being super careful, checking the ceiling, and then I'll move further on.
So you guys recall there was something you faced in here. Flaming skulls.
Cool.
Let's see here. So it doesn't appear to be any sign of anything in here right now. Tom.
Okay, I'm going to move up to the wreckage on the floor then to about here.
Okay. So you guys move up. Wood.
I'm deliberately being very slow just to make sure that I don't tread on anything too slippery, so I'm probably not moving at full speed at this point.
Yeah.
We've got a dwarf with us, so we're moving slower.
Yeah, unfortunately. I just realised I lost my mountaineering kit in the debacle, so
Oh,
it's
shoot.
not like I can put my spikes on, so...
Yeah.
It's,
Okay. Well, you can see beyond the skyship, too, there is that small crevasse.
so that's 20 foot down, wasn't it?
Yes. Drops 20 feet to this other area over here. So there appears to be a number of different ways of leaving this chamber.
I seem to remember if we went out this entrance to the left, it sort of looped around.
I don't actually remember. It's been quite a while.
Yeah.
What do you guys think?
Yeah, I think Tom's going to sort of walk over here and see if there's a way round without going down the drop.
Okay. Appears to be a way that winds down. And it looks like there are steps that have been carved into this winding route.
Okay. Oh, I think keep going.
And it looks like
Say
it
go.
is... The slope would be around a little gentler than 45 degrees, but not much. As you're making way through here, and Trin, because you are also taller than everyone, it feels like it closes in above you. Like this feels like it was an accidental crack that opened up in this glacier that could slam shut, swallowing you at any point.
Falco's not that thrilled about it either.
What you talking about, Falcon? We're used to this now.
So
Just
you
because
guys
I'm used to it doesn't mean I like it, dwarf.
you guys get to
feels
hear,
like home.
and what you can see, Tom, is there's what looks to be a frost-covered blocks of stone that jut from the floor in this 10-foot high cave of ice. What you can see, though, is, because you mentioned you were looking up, near the ceiling where the two seams meet, there is a kind of swirling bit of mist and snow that hangs there, almost like ice fog. And Darren, would you kind of give us a D10 roll, please?
They always pick on the new guy.
Yes, they do.
No, it's a good roll, though. So,
Not for initiative, but for surprise, yes, it is.
most definitely. What you see, Tom, looking up, you spare a moment looking at this, and then almost like a bit of deja vu, you can see two yellowish glowing eyes seem to manifest in that.
I'm going to activate the face mask at that point.
Unfortunately,
No.
no. You're going to give us a save versus spells, please. If you have a wisdom bonus to your spell to mind affecting things, you can make that. It turns
No,
out
I've only got
Trin's first
14.
adversary will be a party member. So go ahead and give us a save there, Tom.
Up to the astonishing fortune.
There are 4 points of astonishing fortune. That is a fail.
Can I try
reroll?
that again?
Nat 20.
Nice.
Beautiful. So for a moment, you can feel this thing trying to fuss with your mind, and I will put a token down here. Let me just grab one.
For Darren's benefit, you can re-roll with astonishing fortune. You can't re-roll a re-roll. You're stuck with it.
Okay.
And so you get the hit points for this. You know what I need to do is adjust the tokens in this game. That's what I need to do. Okay. There we go. So when we use as well Health bars, like you won't see the numbers in the health bar, but you'll see health bars on all the tokens just to help with assessing sort of how injured things are, rather than me going through the rigmarole of, like, oh, they're bleeding from this and blah. I'll give you descriptions as well, but it's just easier this way. Oh, and beneath. Bottom, there we go. Alrighty. So, Tom, what you see is that those eyes manifest. You can feel that this thing is trying to seize control of your mind. But you resist, and that purple mask of yours is placed back down and activated. And I think, Falcarel, you see him do this so you would be aware that this means business.
Nice.
So, guys,
Yeah, I'll call back. We've got one of them.
let's take our mid-session break, and then we'll come back and see what happens. All right, so we'll be back in 5 minutes.
Cola taps to Falcarel. Falcarel, what's going on up there? Just stuck in the back, can't see shit.
All right, so then for those listening at home, we'll be back momentarily.
Oh, of course.
Prepare for deadly combat.
If you could see my character sheet, it could be quite deadly.
I can't even see the hit points in your character, which is probably a good thing.
That is a good thing.
That's okay. You might level up after the first fight.
It'll be one or the other.
Just wish I had a magic weapon to pass your way.
That's all good.
Like, Kev, I want a magic bow.
I was going to say, my guy's a bowman. He couldn't even afford a bow, so...
Oh, well, I have a composite longbow and a short bow, but I I only got the short bow so I can fire arrows from Griffin back, but I'm a longbowman. Goes with being a falconer. He's even got a pet falcon. Its name is Havoc, but the team has lovingly referred to it as Asshole because it does not listen to me.
No, he's sort of proficient with a short bow, but he's a scavenger. That's his kit, so he only started with half the money you normally start with.
No,
so
well,
it's even
it fits with the Knoll Society, yeah.
Yeah, that seemed appropriate.
Well, we'll get you magic weapons soonish.
Survival will be good.
I swear, if I get a long bow of speed, I'm going to pass this halberd off to somebody.
All right. So it's a sad day because I used my big mug, which means I forgot that I put all of my coffee into the big mug instead of having a second mug waiting for me afterwards. So when I went in search of more coffee, there was no more coffee to be found. Alas. Yeah.
Just grab another one.
So wait for Mo to get back here, and then we will dive in. So, Darren, the way we do initiative in this is we roll group initiative. One person will be rolling initiative of rolling a d10, trying to beat whatever I roll until they lose to me, in which case then it moves to the next person over. So, and because you were here, you were not here at the last session, that means you get the joy/blame of being the first one to roll. We do use the declaring actions thing that is part of AD&D, but we don't say it out loud. I'll just leave it to you guys to decide what you want to do with your round. After you see the result of the roll, you put in the. If you're moving, it's a speed of 0, so you just put in whatever number was rolled. Things like drinking a potion or activating a magic item has a certain amount. You're not a spellcaster, so you don't need to worry about that. So then it's just your weapon speed, and I think short sword is weapon speed 4. We do not use dex modifiers though, unless you're fighting one-on-one with something and no one else is there. We don't use with the dex modifiers for initiative because I'm a bastard.
Sword.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
Also because everyone's got, in both this game and the night below, there's a ton of people who have huge dex bonuses, which would mean they'd always go
stats are
first.
a bit more improved in this, aren't they?
Yeah.
When you're rolling 44 plus whatever to get your stats, it's great.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
We
Very
need to have
generous.
Well, because it is the proficiencies are driven off of your stats, and because the game is, I'd like to play it in hard mode anyway.
I was about to say that he gave you that 44 plus 4 because he's taken at least 4 of those away from you during the.
Yeah, that's right. I didn't even the ability drain. Wow, and that's even, some might argue, easy mode because we're not using actual level drain. Because we're using level drain in Ash, and that's fucking brutal.
Yeah, that's why people play undead hunters or paladins immune to that crap.
Yeah. What paladin's immune to energy drain?
I think specifically
maybe
level
there's
drain.
a 3E one that certainly ain't in this one.
I don't know if there's a direct translation to AD&D, but when I played Baldur's Gate 2, which was AD&D based game, there was a particular paladin kit that did that.
Oh, maybe. Could be an undead hunter or something like that. All right, so then, guys, I would like everyone to decide what they're going to do with their round.
Yes.
And then, once you have, Darren, would you kindly beat my 4?
And he did.
Nice! 2. Awesome. All right, so then just everyone put in what you're doing, or your action round there. Let me go. Good. All right, so first up, and I am going to be acting on a 7. So first up is Trin. What are you doing, Trin?
So what I'm planning to do is move forward, put the lantern down, and then hug the wall, looking for any sort of signs of shadows and places to hide from nasty creatures.
Yeah, so go ahead and move yourself forward. We do use attacks of opportunity, so if you're moving past any of the squares adjacent to the creature, just be cautious with that.
Basically trying to put the lantern down sort of roughly there.
Okay. So that, I think, will be your action for the turn then. So you raise up and so you safely have placed it down, so it will continue to illuminate in spite of whatever you do. Next up is Tom. What are you doing, Tom?
I'm drawing my might have my sword out. I'm going to move slowly into the chamber and ready an action to hit it if it comes at me.
Okay.
Is it still high?
It's in the still. You can still see its rough shape. It's beginning to form in the snow, but it's still a little bit above you.
Okay. Well, I'll just stand on guard, and if it comes near me, I'm going to hit it.
Okay. Then next up is Cola and Falcarol. What are you guys doing?
I'll defer to Falcarol first because he's closer.
Yeah, Falcor was just about to intone the words to a spell and reach out and touch Trin, but he ran out of his way, so I'm going to use my movement to get over there and cast Protection from Evil on him.
Okay, nice.
Oh, damn, you're quick.
So what is the Protection from Evil, what does the manifestation of that spell look like?
Solinar is the huntsman and archer, so it basically, he just traces the shape of an arrow in the air and just touches it and then reaches out and transfers the symbol to Trin, and it just fades on him.
Okay. And what is the benefit? You've got the macro, I think, set up, don't you?
Not on this character.
Oh, no. We had a compliment, incidentally, on an older session, John, on your awesome macros. So,
gotcha. So, Protection from Evil. It basically gives him a +2 versus evil things that attack him. Enemies take a -2 to hit him. He gets a +2 on his saves. And
until he attacks it, right?
And he's immune to mental attacks. Like they can't, like a vampire can't take over his mind, for instance.
Yes.
Is that automatic that they cannot do it?
Let's see here. Second, any attempt to exercise mental control over a protected creature, if, for example, it has been charmed by a vampire, or to invade and take over its mind, is blocked by this spell.
Awesome. Awesome. All right.
It's going to last for 21 rounds.
Now, it does specify that the protection does not prevent the vampire's charm itself, nor end it. It just prevents the vampire from exercising mental control through the barrier.
Oh, interesting. Yeah. Okay. So then, Cola, what are you doing?
I'm gonna move up.
Okay.
To be with the others and protect myself first. So it goes up.
Yeah, let me just. I think that we have.
And for those who are watching, neither Cola nor Falcor are priests that can turn undead. Just so you know.
Let's just clarify that right off the bat.
Yeah.
That is not the kind of priest we are.
Oh, Kevin loves that though.
That you guys don't turn?
Yes.
Yeah, that's great. I love undead. Quit breaking my toys. All right, so speaking of my toys, what happens is this thing coalesces into the form of a even more savage-looking gnoll, and then it sort of like drops down as it forms. Okay, I want to make sure that's not drowning you guys out in the... This is that track that is like good in small measures, but over time it just gets fucking irritating.
I can't even barely hear.
It drops. Yeah, I've got it. So because of the equalization program.
Oh, is that Kevin MacLeod? That
yeah, volatile reaction. And it's funny because I'm watching Critical Role for the first time too. I'm seeing a lot of stuff that they use, and I'm like, oh man, I should really stop using that track because it seems it gets a lot of play on this. Okay, so this thing drops to the ground. Yeah, it looks at you, Trin. I need a save versus spell from you. Because you hear in your mind, in Gnollish, kill them.
And get a +2, yay.
Is that +2 I got? Sorry, I haven't put a +2 on.
Nice. Okay, so 15. So
just.
It's very, very close. So I think that it's almost like your tribe is preconditioned to try and like follow these things' demands. You've got generations of you that have been raised that are easily enslaved by these things, but you shake this one off. It does not have control over your mind. I think that's it for everybody. Tommy's unfortunately not close enough for you to be able to attack yet. So that brings us to the end of round 1. We're on to round 2, guys. Everyone decide what you're doing with your round. And then, Darren. Would you kindly beat my 2?
Ooh, close.
Nice. All right, so I'm acting on a 5, guys.
Checking my weapon speed. So am I.
The normal movement's just your exactly the same.
Just whatever was rolled. Yeah, 0.
Yep. Yep.
Okay. So who are we waiting for here? Oh, Cola.
Oh, sorry, I am being indecisive. Okay, I'm gonna do it's a 3, right? Yeah, 7. That's what
Okay. So then, first up is, before this thing leaps off of that frost-covered stone, we have Trin. What are you doing, Trin?
Okay, he's sort of tapping his head, shaking off whatever that thing was trying to do, and then he looks for his home, which is the shadows. So
Okay.
he's gonna try and hug this sort of side and work round the cave, hiding in the shadows.
So that's actually a good opportunity to talk about how I rule on thief abilities. So thief abilities, any character can try and like hide or be quiet or whatever else, and depending on the situation, it will determine what the chance of someone spotting you or hearing you or whatever is. Thief skills are an exception to that. If you get a success on your thief skill, that means unless you are facing someone who has a special ability like another thief to spot you or hear you or whatnot, there's no chance of them seeing you. But even if your thief skills fail, you still have a chance. It's still that situational thing where they need to be able to spot you. In order to hide, though, you need to have some kind of cover or whatnot, and that's not quite there yet.
Okay. So can you see anything along the cobwebs and that? I assume don't give cover.
No, like it's too small of a chamber right now to like. There are nooks and crannies here, but nowhere you could like get yourself out of line of sight. And this thing seems to have you can almost know instinctively that even in this the wane light that's coming from that lantern, this thing's eyes can pierce even the darkest of nights. So unless you have a way of blocking line of sight in order to start trying to sneak, it's going to see you, even if you hide yourself in the deepest of shadows.
Okay, well, I'm going to go into this corner in the hope that it either goes for the others and it draws their attention and I can do something, or it comes for me and everyone can sort of pile in behind it.
Sounds good. All right, next up is, Falcrol. You and this will be, what is your dexterity again?
Shoot. Dexterity is a 17.
17, so you'll be going first. This thing is about to leap off towards Tom. What are you doing?
In seeing its intention, Falcrol grips his halberd, gives it a spin to set it in close range, and then he moves in right next to Tom to stand next to him.
Okay. And unfortunately, because what grip do you think did you have it at a longer grip as you were making your way through?
I would have, because I was serving as a backup for Tom, but since I cast a spell, I lost my grip on it.
And that's okay. So that's cool.
Now it's ready.
So one of the things, it's not expressly said in AD&D. One of the things we use is for any polearm that has a reach on it, you need to spend a round adjusting the reach. So you have to pick sort of what range you're at. So that's why it was important to know. All right. So then, Tom, you get your ready to action. This thing is leaping towards you. AC 2 is not good enough.
Oh no!
You swing at this thing, it goes wild. Tom, what is your AC currently? Now, I guess first off, do you want to spend Astonishing Fortune to re-roll that?
No, I don't think so. That was the readied action. 1.
AC 1. Okay, so
because he's got the buckler, so 1 against the first attack.
Yep. I only need a 10 to hit you.
Just a point of order. Falcrol went. I had gone. I'd let him go before me. Was I?
You're acting on a 7, so.
Yeah, this is 5 right now.
We're on 5.
I was on a 6, was I not?
Oh.
Well, why'd you put a 7 in there?
Oh no, 7. Sorry, I'm looking at the wrong. I'm looking at the wrong.
I don't want to tell you how to do your math, but 6 is higher than 5 too.
No. You're totally. I was looking at the previous turn order because there wasn't a whole lot of rolling in last turn. I'm just gonna have more coffee.
Yeah. All right. So this thing leaps in. Oh, narrow miss, Tom. It's and thankfully because you had that that blade up. You're able to keep it at a distance, so it doesn't manage to connect on you. Tom, you're up next. What are you doing?
Oh, I'll hit it again.
Well, you'll try and hit it. Here we go. Oh, jeez. This thing is so much faster than the average knoll. You swing at this thing, it is a miss. Once again, you want to spend Astonishing Fortune, or you do have a second attack this round at the end of the round?
Yeah, no, I'm going to hit it again normally. Sorry, my
Okay.
Windows machine just wanted to try and restart. I've just had to hit it and stop it.
No problem. You're facing two enemies. They're flanking you. Okay, then it is Kola's turn. Kola, what would you like to do?
He spent his point.
Oh, he did spend his
No,
Astonishing Fortune.
sorry. That would be my second attack.
Okay, so then it's not the end of the round yet.
It's not a.
Dang it.
Sorry, I thought we'd done everyone else. Sorry, I was just a bit distracted by the. Please pick a time to restart.
That's okay.
Logo.
Kola, what are you doing?
I'm gonna move up to here.
Yep.
Reach out and cast protection protection from evil on Tom,
Okay, nice.
just to make sure that this has happened too many times.
Yeah. Okay. Then, I mean, you see he's engaged with him, right? Then doesn't protection from evil end as soon as he attacks?
Does against that creature, yes.
Yeah, so like your character would be obviously aware of that, and you've already seen as you were racing, up into the chamber, Tom has already swung at this thing 2 times.
Oh yeah, the protection ends if the protected character makes a melee attack or tries to force the bear. Oh,
Okay. So you know what? Your character didn't see that until he moved up here anyway. So,
okay.
all right, then
So
it'll be.
so you're saying that I would not have cast the spell?
I'm saying it's your choice as to whether you think you would have cast the spell. You have just saw as you were racing up to cast it on him. You saw Tom swing twice.
Touch yourself.
Would you be willing to allow me to redirect the spell to myself instead?
Yeah, and not so. Just like the attacks, like you don't need to decide ahead of time what specific thing you're attacking. You just need to decide that you're attacking. Same thing with spells. You don't need to pick a target for it. You just need to.
I'm just committed to the spell itself.
Correct. Yeah.
So then I'll do it to myself because hey, it's still useful.
Okay.
Remember, it's melee attacks. You can still pew it.
Okay.
Are we doing? Yeah, I guess we're doing the spiritual weapons attacks as ranged attacks, but I'm just still clicking on the same buttons, but
Precisely.
just counting it as ranged. Okay.
All right, so then you then hear the sort of the low. All of you guys can hear the low sort of the chant of a far off spiritual warriors as protection manifests around Kola. Then Tom, you have your second attack. Go ahead.
Get him.
Okay, can we take that previous one, or do you want me to roll again?
What do you think?
Okay. Yeah.
Here we go. Come on, Tom.
Pop-ups.
Nice.
Yes.
Even better than before. This is a large-sized creature as well, too. So go ahead.
Excellent.
Well, this guy's gonna have a bad day.
Nice.
It's
All right.
hard.
So you finally manage to connect with this thing. You pull back, and this blackish ichor kind of sprays out from the wound. That hisses at you, hungry and angry. Next round, guys. All right, so round 3. Darren, we thank you so much for rolling initiative for us, but we also appreciate your generosity in sharing rolling initiative with others. So, Andrew, everyone decide what you're doing with your round. And then, Andrew, would you kindly beat my 8?
8.
Ocho. Yeah. 6. Nice. So I'm on an 11.
I'm gonna do.
It's Ginsu time.
It's 5. Sorry, just needed. Okay, there we go.
All right. So first up is Trin. What are you doing, Trin?
So do I think I can get in a position where I can get out of line of sight behind it into position? Or do I need the shadows?
Yeah, possibly. Like if you ran, you know what? There. I mean, it looks like there's a nook around here, right? Like over here and then in that direction.
Yeah, it's being helpful. Fear for your life.
I'm just I'm just basically, hugging the wall, trying to get behind it so it loses sight of me. So if the opportunity
and
arises,
I think its focus is ahead of you. So if you want to give us a check for move silent.
okay.
Let's see, and remember that you should include racial modifiers and your stat modifiers into that score as well.
Should be all in there.
Awesome,
Hopefully.
awesome. Nice. Nat 1. Awesome.
Jeez.
Okay, remember to keep track of how many times you use it. We use class-based XP modifiers, so every time you successfully use a rogue skill, you're going to get extra XP for that.
Okay.
All right, so you guys can see that Trin seems to... He walks with a bit of a hunched-over, posture anyway. And Darren, if I've got any of this wrong, let me know. But
No.
it seems like he's even... like lower down, almost like a dog or a wolf ready to pounce, and he's almost like if you weren't watching him, you would not know that he was there. Next up is Tom and Falcarel. What are you guys doing?
Go for it, Tom.
Okay, I'm just going to hit him.
Please do. That you do. Go ahead and roll damage. Large-sized creature. So you pull that sword out, slash it along the side again. 13 damage. Nicely done. And then, Falcarel, what are you doing?
Falcarel is going to use his shortened reach to slam that halberd like into its side to take a chunk out of it.
Okay.
Fair bonus against undead is included.
It's a hit. Go ahead and roll damage.
Large size. Here comes.
Ooh. Solid hit.
Conk.
Okay. Then it is... so I'm on an 11. Same time as Cola. What is your your dexterity?
That is a good question.
I think it's actually
13.
Is it 13? You know what?
Yeah.
I think you are. I think that's higher than the vampire, though. Here we go.
Oh, large size. Could be.
No, they got it. Just double checking. Thank you, Van Richten's Guide to Vampires, which has dexterity. Their dex is 16, so they will go first. So this thing, that hurt. That hurt quite a bit.
Oh,
I'm gonna make a morale check for it.
Sissy.
Thing, okay. This thing disappears or dissipates into snow. So I'll do maybe snowball there. And that is all it does for this round. I know I can move. Will it move? Will it move? Will it move? No. Okay. Then it is Cola's turn. What are you doing, Cola?
Well, nothing anymore. If I cast spiritual weapon, is a target required for the spell to be successfully cast, or can I just
I think it summons it, and then
it sustains, right?
Yeah, if I remember the phrasing of the spell, it's like the act summons it, and then you're also able to make an attack with it in the round. But it's not like a magic missile where it's casting on a target.
So cool. So I'll cast it anyway.
Okay.
And stick to that plan. And so my hammer. Trin, you'll see my my axe glows, and an ethereal version of itself shoots out and starts circling the room.
Is it
for lack of target?
Possible for the weapon to hit him? Because it happened almost at the same time, so we might just chuck it at him.
It did not happen almost at the same time because one had a higher dex than the other.
Yeah, it's...
So, but you can still attack. I mean, you can attack the cloud if you like.
Oh, okay. I assume that the cloud meant that it's not...
I mean, the effect of your spell, we don't know what that is just yet.
True, we don't know if I'll actually be able to do any damage to it, but it is a magical weapon, so who knows?
Who knows?
I will certainly take the invitation to try.
In later editions, I mean, you're certainly able to hit things that are in gaseous form. So go ahead and give us an example.
Jalaku's stuff listed here. Okay, there's no bonuses in effect right now.
Wow.
So this axe
If it hits anything, that's a good roll.
passes right through that swirl of snow and ice that stands before Falcarel and Tom, and seems to have no effect whatsoever. Now, end of round. So that's, we have a second attack from Tom. Falcarel, do you have a second attack with your halberd?
Yes, because I'm a 7th level fighter, I get one every other round, and this speed gives me one every other round.
From Ranger, right?
Ranger, yeah. Warrior.
Yeah, okay. All right, so Tom, that would be a hit, but it passes harmlessly through the snow.
With his second attack, he's going to try to move just behind it in case it tries to shift around and swing at it. But that, of course, it's not going to hit. So.
Okay.
I didn't use my movement earlier.
Yeah. Okay. So, all right. Then it is the end of the round, guys. We're on to round 4. Everyone decide what you do with your round. Jack dice. And then Andrew, would you beat my 2, please?
2. That's a
Well, that's a. We'll see. We'll see.
Nope.
Nope.
All right. I'm acting on a 2.
Of course, it's moving.
Okay.
Do it.
Okay. So then, 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm missing 1. Who am I missing here? Tom, what are you doing? Mo?
Sorry, 11.
Okay. Then, first up is this thing, and that mist flows over you, Falcarel.
Lovely.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Back here.
Okay. It flows through Falcarel and then down, billowing into this other corridor. Next up is Trin. What are you doing, Trin?
So I've seen it exit the room. I'm going to go and retrieve the lantern.
Okay. So you race over to where Tom is and grab your lantern. All right. Next is Falcarel and Tom.
I'm going to follow after it because I think it's going to its
Yeah.
Okay.
So did it go out of the lower one down there?
Well, as I said, it went down here,
Yep.
through there.
Falcarel's gonna follow after Tom and hopefully away from the lantern light, our infravision kicks in. Or mine does, in a way.
Okay.
Gonna be right behind him.
Okay.
And he's gonna shift his whip into long reach.
Yeah, and I'll call out. We know it's going to like go to its grave lair, and we can like finish it off in there.
Okay. And there you go, guys. All right. Cola, what did you have in mind?
I had been planning on attacking, but it's gone. So I will I will also follow the others.
All right. Then it is end of round, guys. We're on to round 5.
I try to coax my little axe. It's still floating, it's circling the room. I'll just be like, hey.
Come on, little
And it just kind of like hovers above my head as we go through the tunnel.
All right. So everyone decide what you're doing. And then, Andrew, we thank you for your service rolling initiative. And
But you sucked at it, so we're going to move on.
all right, then watch as Mo beats my 7. Come on, Mo. Here it comes. Big money. Oh, 2. Nice. So I'm not until a 7. All right. So then, looks like Cola and Trin are up first. What are you guys doing?
This doesn't work. Because
Remember,
I can't move anywhere.
No, you can move through allied squares, remember?
Oh, right. Okay, true. Assuming that the others will also be moving, I'm going to move into the space.
Okay. And Trin, what are you
Or I
doing?
guess maybe I should go here. I can't see beyond the...
That's okay.
And I know that the other 2 got infravision, don't I?
You would know from I think there would have been a discussion of that before you guys went in the cave, so you would be aware that some of them can see in the dark.
Okay. So what, we've got a dwarf can.
A dwarf, a human with some kind of mask with glowing purple eyes, and a
Half-elf.
Half-elf.
So I'm probably going to hinder with the lantern. So I'm just going to stand around the corner basically and follow them once they've gone ahead.
Okay. Then it is Tom and Falcor. What do you guys do?
Okay, I'm moving forward. 2, 3. With the sword out, ready to attack if it hits me. So
Okay.
I'm moving half move.
And I'm doing the same with my halberd and long reach, ready to back Tom up.
Let me give you a quick description of this room as well. Sparkling icicles as long as long swords cling to the 40-foot high roof of this cavern. The room is strewn with frost-covered blocks of snow and toppered pillars. Embedded in the east wall, so the far side, there is that stone tower that you guys had sheltered in with the your Goliath allies so many months ago. Although that appears to have collapsed long ago. There's an exposed wall in the side that is cracked that you remember making your way through, and that seems to be the direction where this collection of snow is headed. You may recall from last time there was a reason not to go charging into that room. Falcor, what are you doing? Or are you done?
I'm done. I just moved in ready to attack with
Okay.
my halberd.
So let's hear 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. All right. So that thing, it flows almost directly into that gap in that tower on the far side and disappears. So then it is end of the round, I guess. Guys, we're on to round 6. Mo, I think you lost. Oh, you kicked my ass last time. So everyone decide what you want to do with your round. And then, Mo, would you kindly beat my 4? Ooh. So I'm acted on a 4. All right, so we got Falcor, Tom, and Trin up first. What are you guys doing?
Go ahead, Mo. You're at the lead of the pack.
Well, I'm just going to... He's just going to full move towards
Okay,
the tower.
I need you to kindly give us 2 save versus, what is it? I think it's breath weapon, but let me double check here. Where's my DM screen? Where's my DM screen? Guys, think hard. Where did I put my DM screen? Here it is. Here it is. Yeah, breath weapon. Give us 2 saves versus breath weapon, please, Tom. As you bravely go charging across this open area. Ooh, 1 failure, 1 nat 20. Beautiful. All right, so what's happening as you're running across is you can hear cracks and icicles are falling down. You are hit by 1 on the first instance. Do you want to spend a point of astonishing fortune to re-roll that?
No, I think I'll take it.
Take the damage.
We
Okay.
might need them later.
Okay, so then you take 11 points of damage
Ow.
from one of them
Does
slamming
DR
into you. DR does not apply. No, it's not a weapon attack, so DR does not apply. All right, so Tom, you slam, and you manage to easily or narrowly avoid a second one. Falcor, it looks like you've seen this happen.
Yeah, he was intending to rush in the middle anyway. He was going to go around the outside here. 2, 3, 4, 5, and end up here.
Okay, give us 1 save versus breath weapon, please.
Okay, here goes. Hiya.
Nice. Hits the ground, and with your keen half-elven ears, you can hear a tinkling laughter, almost like brittle frozen bells from above you. Oh, hold on, let me go to... Yeah. There we go. I had something on the DM's layer that you were standing on top of. I was like, why can't I see Falcon? Oh, right, because it's...
Oh, it's a trap. Oh, it's a trap.
No, I think it was actually the flame sphere that Grim made last time. All right. And then Trin, what are you doing?
I'm just going to move up slightly so I can see what's going on. But I'm going to stay back. Yeah, he's not risking going in there after hearing the noises.
Yeah, and this is all sort of happening simultaneously. So as you're walking up, you sort of see the remnants of these, like one of the ones that Tom avoided is still sticking into the ground as well. There's some broken icicle. It seems as if someone or something is breaking icicles off of the ceiling.
I like this Noel. He's got good self-preservation instincts.
Yeah, he's super nervous.
Then it is Cola's turn. What are you doing, Cola?
Making my way into the space, and I had done this in case it was visible so I could attack it, but I guess we'll just have the axe continue to spin around in the room.
Okay. I mean, you did hear the laughter of something from overhead.
Fair. I mean, if I look up, do I see anything that I could throw my axe at?
There is. Let's see here.
We could probably chalk that up to this is not the first time we have faced this kind of thing.
It is absolutely for the players. It has been months and months since you guys were in here last, but for the characters, not
It's
so
only
long.
been like, yeah.
I'm just trying to find my. I can't remember if it's in here or if I need to grab another book. I do need to grab another book. Hold on.
And we need to grab another drink.
Here we go. I think it's in here. Let's see. Hold on. There. You know what? I know where it is. I believe the... Yes, here we go. I can use my Planescape Monsters Compendium.
Oh, dangerous.
So what is above is... Let's see here. Where is he? Yeah, I'll use one of these. So this is one of the... if you're a pro member, you get these... token packs or like map packs or stuff now. That's one of their little add-ons. This was an add-on from a recent one for start of winter. It's a ice thing. So what this appears to be, I like the Tony DiTerlizzi art better. This is sort of what's cackling down at you.
Oof.
And there are... Holy smokes. Okay, so they are small. Let me quickly put their health bar in, so I've got it. Okay. And then I'll adjust their size to be appropriate. And I do need, when I log off from today, I'm going to make sure I adjust the way that tokens are generated on this so that I can save time for next time. One overlapping. There we go. Okay, so let's make them a little smaller. There we go. One.
So it was, these things are way up in the air, right?
Yeah, they're all concealed in amongst the icicles overhead. So you can see that then. Do you wish to attack, Cola?
I don't see why not.
Oh, maybe you want to make a, I'll go and live among them.
Say hello to my
We'll
little
intermarry.
axe.
We'll be friends with the Mephits.
No, I think
That's how you get gnomes.
Oh.
Oh no.
Oh no.
Oh,
Well,
no.
I guess like as I entered the room, it was just too quick, and I couldn't readjust my reaction quick.
We don't use critical hits to like double damage, Darren. Instead, we use there's a set of like battlefield critical events out of this book. So Andrew, give us a D20 roll, and for critical failures, this works as well. Although I think I already have in mind what's going to happen here. Yeah. Okay, it says mount trouble, which there's no mounts in here. You actually knock another one loose. Let's have Andrew give us a 1d2 roll. A 1 is he hit Tom. A 2 is he hit Falcaro.
Volunteer tribute. Damn.
Tom, give us one more save versus breath weapon, please.
This is that friendly fire you was talking about, yeah?
We can blame this one on the DM.
Let's hear it, Tom. Come on.
I was forgetting actually to mask some bonus saving throw actually.
Okay.
So another breath weapon.
Yes, please.
Hey, I'm walking here.
Come on. Here it comes.
Eh?
On roll 20.
Oh, no! Do you wish to spend astonishing fortune?
Got three. We got 3 left.
Okay. Yeah. Let's
Yep,
try that.
3 left and
Okay.
40 minutes left in the session.
Yeah, that's still
Yeah.
plenty of time for Kevin to kill us.
Oh, yeah. Oh, no, it's worse.
Oh no.
Yeah. Well, I rolled a 2.
Yeah, no, it's not. All right, so then, Tom, you take another 7 points of damage as one lopped loose or lopped free by Cola's spinning axe slams into you. DR does not apply. All right, then it is, believe the end of the round. So then, guys, let's go on to round 7. So you guys are aware, I think Falcarol, Tom, and Trin, you would all have an opportunity to look up and see these things. And they're flitting like, like little nervous birds sort of moving from one icicle to another one. They seem to be moving quite quickly. Everyone decide what you want to do with your round? And then, Mo, did you win or lose to me last time?
I lost.
Lost. All right, so then off to John. John, see if you can beat my 9.
Yeah.
Nice. All right, our heroes are jumping into action here. Okay. I am acting on a 12, I guess. Okay, so first up we have Trin. What are you doing, Trin?
I'm hoping I was going to be able to launch a dagger at the nearest. Or is it too high?
So you had asked before too. I forgot about shortbow as well too. You would have a shortbow. I think the Goliaths would be happy to supply with non-magical stuff to try and help you out.
Okay. Well, that knocks my speed up massively. That'll be an 8.
An 8. Okay, so then first
Yeah,
up
speed's
will
slow.
be Tom and Falcor. What are you guys doing?
Go ahead, Tom. Well,
I'm going to move over here to the side to get out of the way of the icicles,
Okay.
and I'm readying an action to hit anything that I can hit
Okay.
if they come down and try and like dive bomb me.
All right.
Okay.
Then it is Falcor. What are you doing, Falcor?
pretty much the same thing as Tom. I'm more keeping an eye up in the ceiling, trying to avoid getting directly under a stalactite or a stalactite,
Okay.
and
Give us.
moving up towards Tom.
All right. Give us a save versus breath weapon, please.
And here goes.
Nat 20. Beautiful. You
I
really
imagine
were.
one falls down, he just spins his blade and bats it aside.
Nice. All right.
Fuck you,
Then
things.
it is Cola. I was on a 7. What are you doing, Cola?
Same thing, actually. But I'll do it. I'm going to move over here.
Okay.
And might as well try to. Well, the axe is still up. I might as well. No, I'll hold the axe in case our friend reappears.
Okay. How long does spiritual weapon last?
Yeah, that's a good question.
Okay.
I think it's for a little while, but yeah, I'll double check.
That's what it says in the book, does it?
For a little while.
For a little while.
Little while.
All right.
Oh, that was terrible.
Then
it is
3 rounds plus 1 round per level.
Okay.
So this.
Now, Trin,
rounds.
one of the things you can do as well in this game is you can plant arrows to, if you spend an action planting arrows, you can double or increase your attack rate by 1. So normally bows
Short
have a rate of fire of
bows
2.
too,
Yeah, so you fire once during the first pass and then once at the end of the round. But so for your turn then, Trin, what are you doing?
I'm just gonna I'm gonna fire off 2 shots if I can.
Okay, well, so the way it works, iterative attacks, like if it's coming from different sources, like if you've got 2 weapons, you do that all at the same time. If it's iterations of the same weapon attacking, you do one during the first initiative pass and then one at the end. So
Yes, I'll just fire the first shot.
Sure, who would you like to try and target?
The nearest one, this one here.
Well, Cola's right over here. Oh, you mean the enemies? Okay, hold on.
Yeah.
Go ahead and make your
We
attack
haven't
roll.
got to that stage yet. Jeez. What range would I say that is?
Short range for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, everything in this cavern is short range for you.
Okay.
do it.
Go.
Nice
Look at that.
shot.
First attack roll. All right, so then go ahead and roll
19.
damage. Nice.
Not bad.
Okay, so you carefully pick out one of them. It's flitting back and forth. You hit it, and it's like as if you took a chisel to a piece of ice, and there's a spray of frost. This thing's not happy with you. Then it is the critter's turn. So one of them is going to flit over to here, and then break another one. Tom, would you give us another save versus breath weapon, please? Falcrel, same thing for you.
Stupid things.
Nice. Success for...
Buck was just batting him out of the air.
Get away from me. Nat 1. Oh, God. Tom, you want to spend Astonishing Fortune, or are you going to take the hit?
Not 2 left. Yeah, we're still in combat. No, I won't. I'll just take it.
Take the hit. You got it. Tom, you take 7 points of damage. DR does not apply. Cola, unfortunately, you're keeping away like a big meanie from the where the icicles are. So,
Oh, I'm so sorry.
wood. You tell me what is your AC right now?
Oh, I don't like that question. I don't like this line of questioning.
Silverbeard is active.
My AC is a 3.
A 3. Okay. Oh boy. Actually, I don't even need to know that because I was confusing my methods. Oh, well, this one will go over here. This one will go over here. What they do is they flit over you, and then their mouths open, and then they seem to, you can hear like the splintering of ice as they open, much bigger than they should, and there's a torrent of ice and sleet and cutting snow that hits you. I need a save versus breath weapon, please. And Trin, unfortunately, that one that you hit flaps over and does the exact same thing. A save versus breath weapon from you, please. Oh, Cola.
Nope.
Cola, you take 4 points of damage. DR does not apply.
How close are these things getting to the ground?
So, Trin, the cone is 15 feet, and the ceiling in here, I believe, is, what did I say, 40 feet? Yeah, 40-foot high ceiling. Okay. Trin, do you want to spend a point of Astonishing Fortune? You're first to re-roll that.
I need a 16. That's the problem. Does the protection from evil, does that give me? bonus
Would
on
give you plus
spreads.
2 to your save. Oh, no, but you attacked. Oh, no, but you attacked not in melee, right. So, yeah, it would give you plus 2, so it would only be a 14 that you needed. You guys?
There's a good chance. If you don't make it, he's bred.
That's a 30% chance of success.
Yeah, well, if everyone's okay
Yeah.
with that, I'll give it a go.
We're saving one so you don't die. So, there's that.
So it's plus 2.
You go.
Cost.
That's about right. Thank you, roll 20. You got the proper welcome to the campaign. All right, so that means you take 3 points of damage. Damage reduction does not apply, as you are also covered in this sleet. However, at the end of that is the end of the round then, which means, Trin, you get your second attack. So you can fire again if you like.
I shall do that.
Nice, solid hit again. Holy shit, sure shot there. Go ahead and roll damage. Large size creature. It's the same, I think, for arrows, but...
Is, yeah.
Okay. 5, nicely done.
Right.
All right, and again, splinters more of these. These things are only about, like, maybe 2.5 feet tall. So they're not, like, fairy size or, like, sprite size, but they are, they're not...
I imagine that's why the only reason he attacked, because he thought, oh, they're quite small.
All right, that brings us to the end of the round then, guys. We're on to round 8. So, everyone decide what you're doing with your round. And then John.
Yes, sir.
Kind of beat my 6.
Close.
Ooh.
What is my
I'm acting on a 9.
12 for me?
Okay. All right. So we have first up is Tom on a 10. What are you doing, Tom?
Well, Tom can actually see the vampire. So he's actually
Oh, sorry, I
gonna
forgot
go-
to move. No, he's moved. You have no idea what he's done.
Well, I think Tom is going to move into this room to avoid the icicles.
Okay.
And I'm
Bravely
gonna say-
leaving all of his allies behind. Well done.
He's going to say, "Get in here. We'll avoid the icicles and make them come to us."
So remember, it's you have to crawl to get into there, right? Because of the hole. Remember, it's like a window thing that you're moving through.
Oh, right. So
Which is fine. I mean, you would be able to move that far just so you know what you're moving
Okay.
through. Okay. Next up is Falcro. What are you doing, Falcro?
12. Didn't you say you were going on a 9?
I'm going. Oh, I am on a 9. Shit. Yes. Falcro, I need you to give us another save versus. Actually, give us 2 saves versus breath weapon, please.
Hey, here comes luck.
Success.
And one more luck.
Come on. Fail. All right. So, and this is. Do you have? You got resistance to cold, don't you? You take half damage from.
I do, yes.
Half damage from
because
cold?
my halberd, yeah.
Oh, right, nice. Okay, so then you take 1 point of damage, and 1 point of damage. You only take 2 points of damage. DR will not apply, as they're unloading their breath weapons on you. Trin, this one is getting sick of getting shot, so it is just going to fly back up here. Cola. I think these things are actually falling down on you. So, what is your AC again?
It's a 3.
3. Oh boy. So I need a 3. I need a 14 to hit you. So we got 2 claws from 1. Your armor protects you against one of their icy claws. Ooh, but 1 gets through. Cola. Unfortunately, this is cold. As they're raking across you, you realize they're not actually cutting you. It's like flash freezing that gets through. So you take 2 points of cold damage. And then it is now it is Falcaro and Trin's turns. What are you guys doing?
Well, I was going to be casting a spell.
Oh shit! You took damage. Oh no.
So I'll just complete my movement there because I was going to move and cast a spell, but
Okay.
that's
Yeah.
it's about to spiritual hammer their asses, but that got nope.
Okay. That's Trin. What are you doing?
I'm actually on 14. Sorry, I should be on 14.
Unfortunately, okay. Then Cola, you're
so
next.
it's
What are you doing, Cola?
I'm gonna attack these things. Can I order the axe to come near me and attack
Now,
the ones
remember,
that are?
your axe you need to actually concentrate on, and you took damage.
Oh, I took damage, so the spiritual hammer's done.
Yeah.
That's fine. I'll just manually do this.
That sounds good. Go ahead. There it comes. Come
Wrong
on.
chart. Wrong chart. Here we go. Ba-ba-ba.
That is a hit. Go ahead and roll damage. Small size creature.
Small size. Got it. Oh.
So you clip. I mean, that I think that flash freezing really hurts. So you just clip one of these
Oh
things.
man, these are tough little sons of guns.
Yeah, you guys have faced these before as well. All right, then it is. Now it's Trin's turn. Are you in Trin?
Yeah. I'm gonna take a shot at that one that's flying away to see if I can.
Go right ahead. So
Bring
all
it
the
down.
still short range from.
Okay.
Okay, so.
Ooh, no.
Ugh, that is not going to be good enough. Yeah. Okay. So you want to spend Astonishing Fortune to re-roll that, or?
No.
Okay, then that brings us to the end of the round. We have, I think, only Trin with a second attack.
Okay, I just loose off one more arrow.
Go. That is a hit. Go ahead, roll damage. Holy smokes.
Ooh.
So smacks into this. This actually chips away part of his things. Like it has those two little horn-like ears. One of those is cleaved or broken completely off by your shot. Then it is the end of the round. We're on round 9, guys. Everyone decide what you're doing. John, you lost. Oh, wait, we're back to you, Darren. So everyone decide what you're doing with your round. And then Darren, I am so sorry for doing this to you. First time out. You got beat my 9. Oh, God, you didn't. Oh, no. Oh, God. All right, so I'm acting on either a 9 or a 12, depending on the method in question.
Remind me of the charge rules. It's a -2 to your action, right?
It is. Let's see here. I have them right here. Charging. 1.5 your combat move and make one melee attack at -2 to hit, and a penalty to your AC, the same as running, which is you lose your dex bonus and -1 or -2, whichever one is worse.
Any initiative hit?
No initiative modifier for. Yeah, I took that out. Okay. All right. So then, first up will be the. Oh God, Mephits will be going first. All right. So one of them, the one that you've been shooting there, Trin, it's very badly hurt and is flying away. Cola, I need you to give us 2 saves versus breath weapon, because these things, again, their jaws unhinge and then hammer you with this sleet and snow. Nice, 1 success. And
Come on.
2
there we
success.
go.
Awesome. All right, so that means you take a total of 5 points of cold damage. DR does not apply. Then Falcarol. They can't use their thing, so I need 2 saves versus breath weapon from you, please.
Not dropping more things on me, are they?
One is dropping something on you, one is breathing on you.
Stop with that. You got to be running out of those things.
Okay, so 1 hits you.
Nope,
Oh
didn't see
no!
that.
All right. So from the falling stalactite, 7 points of damage. DR does not apply. And then the breath weapon, 6 points of cold damage, reduced down to 3. Okay. Then that is it for them. It is next Falcarol and Tom. What are you guys doing?
Okay, well, I am just, they're up in the air. I can't hit them, so I'm charging over here, and these ones are in melee range, right?
Yes.
Okay, still got my long reach. I'm going to try and smack the one just north of Cola.
Okay, yep, go ahead.
Okay, I'm going to take a...
You got flanking bonus, so I'll reduce their AC accordingly.
Okay, and there it is. And I take a -2 to my hits.
Okay.
Because of charge.
Yeah, go right ahead. Go. Nice, yep, solid hit. Small size creature. Is the injured one, I'm assuming you're attacking?
Yes.
Okay, go ahead. Roll the damage. Small size creature. 7 points of damage. That is not great. All right. Okay, then it is. What about Tom? What are you doing, Tom?
He's going to stick the sword in the ground and pull out the sheath bow.
Yes. Yes.
And he's going to sort of move to the window and see if we can get a target.
Okay. So, putting your sword in the...
I think drawing is probably everything, isn't it?
Yeah, that's right. Okay,
Yeah,
so
for
but
next
you do
turn.
have a good sense of what's going on in the outside the
Yeah.
room. Then it is Cola on a 16. What are you doing, Cola?
Just gonna keep hacking at these two.
Please do.
Probably noticing Falcarol trying to come and help. I'll probably focus on the one that's already.
Okay, so that's going to have an AC
Get it
modifier.
around the corner.
You will have flanking on that one as well.
Is Falcarol close enough? He's in the next box.
He has reach. He's adjusted his
right.
reach. He's
That's
got the
right.
halberd
That's right.
out.
Okay. Cool.
Yep, solid hit. Small size creature. Go ahead, roll damage. Nice! Holy smokes! So this thing gets clipped from behind by Falcarol, and it sort of spins around as its mouth closes. That torrent of snow ends. You see your opening, Cola, and just hammer this thing, and it actually knocks it off. Like it's hovering on its like weird magical wings. You hit this thing so it goes down a bit, and it is very. You can see that it's not dead, but there are cracks that run through the entire surface of this thing's body. Then it is Trin's turn. What are you doing, Trin?
I'm going to prepare some arrows in front of me, so if these things start heading my way, I'm going to be able to fire more off quickly.
Love it. Okay. So you planted arrows in the ground. So we took that rule from Astonishing Swordsman and Sorcerers of Hyperborea, and it is the most badass Conan stuff thing. I love it. All right. So then at the end of the round, we've got Cola, you charged, so you can't make a second attack. Tom didn't attack this round. All right. So, guys, it looks like we're at the end of round 9. We're at around 10. Darren, we thank you once again for your service rolling initiative. We shift over to Andrew. Everyone decide what you're doing. And then, Andrew, would you beat by 9, please? There you go. There you go.
Bow when it's at home.
Short bow speeds 7.
7, yeah. Thank you.
One thing I don't miss about the bows, with my two-handed weapon style, I can attack fast.
They are quite slow. All right, then. So I'm not acting until a 12. Oh, no, I've got one thing acting on a 9. So, Falcro, you were up first. What are you doing?
Okay, I am going after the same one, flanking with Cola.
Please do.
No more penalties, cause no charge.
That is
5?
good. Yep, hit. Go ahead, roll
Yes.
damage. So, Cola, you hammered this thing down, and it sort of seemed fractured, and it looks back at you and kind of like it's going to try and breathe frost on you, and you see this metal, like, spade smash through it, and it is reduced to nothing but bits of ice, indistinguishable as a living thing. Falcarol, you have defeated one. Now, it is... did you want to move at all, or are you staying where you are?
Would I be considered flanking with Cola if I stayed in my square?
I don't think so from where that other one is.
Okay,
So you'd
well,
have
then
to-
I'm going to go from here to here.
Okay, sounds good. Oh, you are moving through its square, an adjacent square, so it does get an attack of opportunity on you.
Bring it on, little ice guy.
All right, so what is your AC?
0.
Okay, so I did hit 0. Then you take... Actually, you're only going to take 1 point of damage. It's 1 point of cold damage. DR does not apply.
For Darren's knowledge, Falcarol cares more about the protection of his allies and himself. So,
So the opposite of me, yep.
One of my favorite phrases. I'm about to do something stupid.
Okay. All right. So then I'm next acting on a 12. So Cola, you're up next. What are you doing? Oh, you're muted, Andrew.
Although I don't know that I really needed to speak. We all know what I'm doing.
Swing for the hills.
Here we go.
But I'm flanking.
I include the flanking modifier myself.
Okay, right. That's true. I remember that. Now I'm getting all version.
Oh.
No.
It's really cold in here, you know. Weapons.
We
slip and
have
grips all
15
the
minutes
time.
left in the session. Do you want to spend Astonishing Fortune, or are we rolling for critical event?
How many do we have left?
We have one.
Oh,
Let it slide.
yeah. I'm gonna let this go.
As we've established in our Warcraft game, you need to go at least 3 sessions before your character dies. So let's go. Got
I
Darren
don't
some
know.
slack here.
Seeing like a charging attack from the methods might get trend. Let's hit it.
So then, Andrew, would you kindly give us a 1d20 roll, please?
Yep. I seem to be the exploding random chaos source of agent of chaos today.
Oh,
I don't think that's good.
battlefield damaged, and we've already established some stuff. So I think you somehow you managed to, in your wild swing,
I'll
hit
make
the
my
wall,
save.
and you look. No, not you.
Oh.
It'll be against Cola. Cola, give us a save versus breath weapon, please.
Knocked one on himself. That's great.
I knocked some snow or ice just off of the ceiling and onto myself.
Turns out there was a chunk of that blackened.
This is fitting.
All right, Cola,
Yeah, so
you take 5 points of damage. DR does not apply.
Oh, lovely.
All right, then it is Trin and Tom. What are you guys doing?
I'm going to shoot through the gap, and presumably I can shoot the one that's hovering around Cola.
So I'm looking at line of sight here, Tom. You got barely any line of sight there. Remember, again, it is that, like, it's a window in an upside down tower.
Yeah.
I'll just give it to cover. So go ahead and make the shot, Tom. You're really, you're 8th level fighter, so there's a good chance you hit in anyway.
Firing into melee.
Yeah,
Dangerous.
it's -3 to hit. Remember, because you're firing into melee.
Or -6 if you don't want to risk it.
That's a solid hit in spite of the difficult shot. Go ahead and roll damage.
And those are short bow, and these are small.
Small, yeah, it's the same for arrows. Arrows is the same. It's like axes. Same for small and large. 7 points. Oh no, damage, not another attack.
Sorry.
It's okay.
Sorry. Sure, I got the right one.
There you go. Fucking good shot.
Tom is really good with bows. We just don't get a chance to use them often.
Yeah. Okay. So that is. Once again, Cola, you miss. You hit in the head, and then this one next, the mephit next to you, seems to explode into a shower of sparks or a spark of snow. You think at first it's breath weapon activating again, and then you realize with the giant chunk of it missing that, and Tom reloading his bow, it's just an excellent shot from Tom. Trin, you're up. What do you want to do?
I'm going to shoot over the room to this other side.
And because you planted arrows last time, it bumps you up to your 5-2 is your attack rate, and it is the way we do the multiple attacks when it varies between rounds. Even rounds you take your best attack rate, odd rounds you take your worst attack rate. So you'll have 3 shots this round.
So 2 and then 1 at the end, yeah?
Well, 1, no, same thing. It's 1, and then at the end you'll take the rest of yours.
2 at the end.
Yeah.
Okay.
So go ahead and make your attack roll. Is one of the ones above where Tom is?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's
Nice. So go ahead and give us a
Darren, you're rolling extremely good.
Give us a D20 roll. Finally, things are moving in your favor here. Okay, so 7 points of damage. And if you give us a D20 roll there too, Darren.
Okay.
So you got a critical event in your favor now. 16. Oh. One of them is going to retreat. So is so demoralized by this, it's actually going to run away. So then on their round, the one that you hit, I think didn't realize that you were there. It screams and goes racing off down that same tunnel that the other one flew down. So get rid of those guys. Then we've got one with you, Cola, who I need to make a morale save for because
Flee,
really badly.
provoke.
He is going to withdraw, so he flaps up to the ceiling. So he's 40 feet up. And then this other one, did it recharge? Oh, breath weapon.
All that means is that he can fall back down on me. So,
Tom, I need you to give us a save versus breath weapon, please. This thing sort of peeks its head around the corner and just unleashes the, what do you call it, ice on you. I got coffee all over my tongue. Okay, go ahead. Tom, save versus breath weapon, please. And a time now.
Well, at least he's nicely given me a target for my second shot.
Can't fire against adjacent targets, so.
Ah, okay.
All right, do you want to spend Astonishing Fortune, or are you taking the damage?
No, I think I'll just take the damage on that one.
2 points of cold damage on you. DR does not apply.
Okay.
Then that is it for them. We have Tom with a second shot. Now, you can't fire against the one next to you, but you can fire at the one that is with Cola if you like.
Yeah, I'll do that.
No penalty to attack now because it's not adjacent to him any longer. And then Trin, you have your shot as well. Oh, he has 2 shots, that's right, yeah. Solid hit. Tom, go ahead and roll damage. Holy shit. Oh my god.
Pink. 22 damage. Damn.
So this thing is almost completely destroyed. Trin, you have 2 shots still.
And is he engaged with Cola?
Nope.
He's 40
In melee?
That one's up in the ceiling now, so...
Oh, right, I'll take a shot at him, certainly.
Trin's gonna get his first kill.
Solid hit. Go ahead and roll damage.
4 damage.
What does it look like as it is destroyed?
Yeah, it's just a perfect shot straight in the middle of it, and it just shatters into like a little icicle shower.
Nice.
Cola sort of hiding underneath, expecting to be, falling ice, and it just comes down in like a powder almost.
Nice. And you have 1 more shot.
I'll take a shot across the room. Is that one in melee with Tom?
It
or
is,
he just...
yeah. Well,
okay.
Well, it's adjacent to him. It's actually not in melee.
I'll take one quick shot.
Yeah, because
before
he
it
used its breath
engages
weapon on him.
Okay. I'll just quickly get a shot off.
That's a hit. Go ahead and roll damage. Holy smokes. All right.
I'll go get me one of these bows. He'd be thinking to himself.
All right, so I think that brings us to the end of the round, guys. That is round 10 over. We're on to round 11. Everyone decide what you're doing with your round. And then, Andrew, I think you beat me last time. So, Andrew, would you kindly beat my 7 this time?
Nice.
1! Beautiful. I am not until... I need to make it, because you've diminished their numbers, I need to make a... I'm not until a 7. And Falcor, the hole in the thing there is about 7 feet up. Mm-hmm. Or no, it's about 5 feet up, I should say, because it's high enough for Tom to be able to shoot through. This thing is within melee range if you're planning on attacking it with melee.
Yeah, so do I need to be in this square or this square?
You have it set for reach right now?
Yes.
The first one.
Okay.
Okay. And who am Tom? Are you active this round or not?
Yeah, I'm going to drop...
Well, you can tell us once. All we need you to do is enter in your time. When your initiative order comes up, you can tell us what you're doing.
No.
There we go. Falcor, you're up first. Yeah, I'm not till 7.
Okay.
What are you doing?
I don't have the speed to get around this thing, so he's gonna body roll over this thing, up and over with 10 feet of movement.
Yep.
And then he's just gonna bring his halberd up and try to swipe upwards.
Please do. Go ahead. Make your attack roll. And didn't melee attack. So I'm not giving you flanking for it yet.
Okay. Yeah.
That's still good enough to hit. Go ahead and roll damage. A small-sized creature. Oh, jeepers. All right, so you make this thing pay. It's tagged by Trin, and it spins around in time to see your halberd hack down through it. There's it's beginning to sort of crack apart at the middle for where you've left this gouge in it. Cola, you're up next. You have a higher AC or higher dex than what these things do. So what are you doing?
I had given myself the option of attacking, but it doesn't look like I've got an option to do that. I'll move over to Falcarol. I can't see anything.
Your infrared's not on?
No. Sorry, I can see the map. It's all this side of the collapsed pillar is all in shadow, which is probably intentional. Mm-hmm. So then I'm just gonna. Can I hold an attack in case?
Yep, you can ready something. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Here, let me give you your. There you go. Night vision back. Okay. Then it is this thing. So, Tom, you only have your bow out. You can try and make a melee attack with the bow because this is going to trigger a attack of opportunity, but it will have a chance of breaking your bow. So, Falcarol, you do get attack of opportunity.
I can't step back and shoot.
Well, this thing acts before you, so no, and you absolutely can't do a range attack as an attack of opportunity. Falcarol, go ahead and make your attack of opportunity. That is a hit. Go ahead and roll damage.
Okay. 7. Has 1 point left in it.
I'm so sorry.
That's the way of things.
But check out those hit points.
Oh.
Hey!
You fooled me. You got me.
Yeah.
He did that last night too.
So you swing, and as this thing it throws itself off of a wall, you see where it's going, and carrying your momentum forward, you bring your halberd up and down, and then it once again disintegrates into a pile of snow. With those gone, the thing you begin hearing, you do a quick moment to look around, and echoing from somewhere deeper in the caverns of hunger, you begin to hear the cackling laughter of gnolls. So, with that, guys, we'll bring our session to a close. So
sick of gnolls. For context, Darren, our
Pretend I didn't hear that.
No. The fifth edition Warcraft.
Give me at least
game,
one session. Come on.
Well, I'm proud of one thing. There was no gnoll puns this entire session, which was a first.
yeah, that's true.
You know, we have gnolls in Night Below, and we just fought gnolls in World of Warcraft.
And you fought gnolls in this as well?
Yes.
Yeah, and Kevin just is insufferable when it comes to his dad joke gnoll jokes.
Gnolls and gnomes.
Okay, let's see here. 5 times.
He gnomes all the gnoll jokes.
I don't know what you guys are talking about. All right, so I'm just calculating up the XP. So you guys will, of course, get all of your XP from use of spells and whatnot. So class-based XP for you, Darren, you used a successful move silently there. Mm-hmm. So
100 experience.
So his class-based XP. Where is it? Experience. Here we go. 45.
Put it down here.
Here we go. So as a rogue, you get 100 XP for that. If you've got a high prime requisite, you also gain, you can multiply that by that amount. And then you guys have a group. So those of you who are warriors in the group, you guys have defeated. Let's see here. It is. And I'm only giving you partial credit for the vampiric gnoll. I'm also going to transition the music back because it has reached that time of the session where those fucking horns are getting on my nerves. And let's put that back on. Okay. Those of you who are warriors, you have defeated 19 hit dice worth of adversaries today. All right. Let's see here. And
did you already calculate the vampire one?
For which?
The vampire hit die. I only asked because rangers get an increased per favorite enemy.
You didn't. No, you'll get. Well, hold on. How much did you get for that?
I basically get double experience for a hit die of my favorite enemy.
So no, you can double. Yeah, I'll give you another 4 hit dice worth of adversaries for that, because you didn't defeat it. But all right. Let's see here. 20 times. All right. Plus. There we go. Equals. All right. Divided by 4 party members. Today, you guys earned a total of 1,525 XP. That's 1525.
Trin ding already?
I believe Trin might ding. What is your... Rogues do not need an awful lot to get to...
No, they level up quick.
Oh, they don't. I think it's...
Yeah, 1250.
Oh, 1250.
Yeah, you dinged. Welcome to second level.
Welcome to second level. So Trin did have the Thomas rule trigger at first level already. So give us a 2d6 roll there, Trin.
Okay.
See how many hit points you get from this level. 6!
Cool.
Beautiful.
Nice.
All right, and you can mark down, so next level, the Thomas rule can trigger again. So you add that to current hit dice, so your total hit dice would be 12, your current would be 9.
Yeah.
And does he have a con modifier?
No.
No, okay, and then...
Oh, no, that's dangerous.
You also get, what is it, 30 extra...
30%, yeah.
Yeah, so you get more, so you
Yeah.
can adjust your thief skills, and I don't think your saves or your THAC0 change at that level, but...
No, I don't think so.
All right.
Cool.
So,
I have a bit of a wow, sorry. Oh, wow,
I was the
that
one
just
with the
ruins
cough.
it. I was gonna say I have a bit of an update or news
yeah.
experience related.
Are you dinging?
I did not ding, but I have finally reached 100,000 XP.
Whoa, nice. You're 6 digits. Your odometer is about to roll over. The character odometer. Awesome. All right. So then with that, guys, and with you guys trapped within the caves of hunger, we'll bring our session to a close. So for those listening at home, thank you so much for joining us for session 78 of our ongoing Legacy of the Crystal Shard campaign. As is always the case, if you have any comments, questions, or concerns regarding the session, the campaign, or the game we're playing, please do not hesitate to leave a comment in the comment section below, and we will endeavor to reply in a timely fashion. In addition, there is a link down below to the Dungeon Musings Discord server, where all of us are active. We have channels dedicated to this campaign, every other campaign we run on the channel, as well as a bunch of great channels with other, like finding a group, or like selecting between virtual tabletops, or getting your streaming set up. Tons of great conversation, tons of great people, and of course, most importantly, our pictures of our pets under the Dungeon Dogs channel. You are more than welcome to join us over there. Tons of great people to get to know and to play games with. In addition, there's also a link down below to the to the Heroes Save Villages campaign. That is a charity fundraising campaign that we run that benefits the SOS Children's Villages International Charity, a really terrific organization active in over 130 countries that benefits over 80,000 orphaned and abandoned children. Right at the time of recording, we still do not have a functioning donation button for them because they changed their donation provider, but I'm hoping to have that fixed presently. To date, this year alone, we have raised over $4,000 to benefit the kids who benefit from the SOS Children's Villages International charity. So we hope to have that up and active again before the last month. I'm pushing the next charity raffle off again. So if you have donated since August 1st, 2021, don't worry, your donations are not lost, and you're still going to have a chance to win some great gaming stuff. It just means that it's going to happen a little later just because of the issues we've been having. Now, the last thing I will say is a huge thank you to the players who stuck around either late or got up early to join us. So Andrew, Mo, John, and for the first time, Darren, thank you so much for playing today, guys. Terrific session, and what a great first impression that Trin made. Congratulations on hitting level 2 already.
Yep.
Next session, we hope you don't die.
Well, I'm surprised you didn't this one. That method scared me.
So for those listening at home, once again, thank you so much for joining us. We hope that we gave you a few hours to take your mind off of the troubles of our world and think about the troubles that our heroes in the Icewind Dale seem to find themselves in. And until we see you again, stay safe, stay healthy, and happy gaming.